Shit moving and shit.
All I know is if they thought you was lying, they cut your dick off. So you better be telling the truth.
This with Nate Parker and this motherfucker.
I gotta watch American.
I wrote it.
Yeah.
I gotta watch
Nate
that.
Parker did he directed it too, right?
I think so.
And
he be doing his thing, man. His last.
Wesley Snipes part of that too.
It just came out.
No, Wesley Snipes. What's his name was part of American Skin.
It's good, man.
The homie was in it. The little homie from well, not the little homie, but Andre was in it. He did his thing. He didn't have a lot of lines, but he was a presence on the screen every time.
Yeah, he played his friend.
Yeah, he did well. He did really well.
Appreciate that, Remy.
What Remy say?
He said appreciate it. Appreciate the show earlier. I appreciate that. That motherfucker be reaching out.
What y'all talk about on this show?
Earlier today we talked about what the fuck did I talk about? I forgot that quick. Oh, we talking about the boule and these secret society and these frat houses that be selling out black folks. These Kamala Harris's.
The black ones?
Yeah, the black frats. That sell out niggas.
How they be?
We went into all that.
How they be selling niggas? What? Talk to me. What?
They got their job for the reason they never was one of us to begin with. If they got that high up in those little organizations, because the people that put them up there knew that once they got that job, they would do their bit, not ours. That's why Kamala Harris gets, the position. If she's not, in that little bullshit ass
and
bullshit.
they trying to make her relatable with Chucks and pearls and shit, man.
Yeah. Fuck all that bullshit. Them niggas are sellouts.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
It's pretty decent, man.
Man, y'all,
I gotta watch American Skin, man.
Y'all know what a dog whistle is?
That whistle that make noise to a dog sound.
We can't hear it.
In politics.
Oh yeah, dog whistle. Yeah.
That's how rich people rally the troops. That's how politicians be. A dog whistle is basically coded language that you speak, and it galvanizes whoever it is that can hear the dog whistle.
Kind of like the Manchurian candidate.
Right.
Language that only specific people understand and know.
So example, like what Trump would do whenever he's talking about the military and being a patriot, he's trying to galvanize a certain base.
So whenever they say law and order means we about to put the hammer down on the niggas.
Okay,
yeah. And then for a dog whistle for liberals, is the word people of color.
Or super predators. That's
super predator, but also people of color, because people of color means everybody that's not a white male and that's not a nigga.
Or like if they're talking to white people and they want to get them mad about niggas, say if your name was William, in the media they would say Willie Thomas, Willie Warden.
Oh yeah, Willie Horton. Yeah. Willie Horton really won Bush the election in '92.
Yeah.
What was that?
That was my man's
that was when they gave him a short sentence.
Yeah,
and he got out and killed somebody, and then
he was losing in the votes by far, and then when they showed this guy's face,
this black dude,
they showed his face,
he's
right?
a super predator,
and niggas seen that, and they was like, "Oh yeah, that motherfucker guilty," without even knowing. It's just we going. So they said the other guy wants, and they used his face as like the poster child for like just
fuck Willie off,
black people, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's like, "Oh, he must want these kind of people roaming the streets," and they all voted for Bush, right?
Yeah, that's how Bush won in '92.
That's crazy.
Willie Horton,
nigga,
Willie.
Hey, but the picture of
Willie Horton,
the picture looked crazy. Like they knew exactly what they were doing.
And the crazy part about it was, it worked again for Clinton in '92.
Definitely,
because the Democrats. People gotta forget, Democrats wasn't about all that. When Jimmy Carter was in office, they wasn't locking niggas up. The war on drugs was on, but they wasn't really locking niggas up like that.
Right.
Clinton won, for you young niggas watching, in '92. He basically ran on law and order, which black people, he played the saxophone on Arsenio for the niggas to go, woo, and then went to Iowa and said, I'm going to be a law and order president.
Yeah.
And that was the dog whistle to them Iowas. He can play the saxophone all he want. He just gonna lock his bandmates up when he done.
Right.
Real quick, hey, CT Reed, you gotta check your DM on Instagram, bro.
Check it, CT. We love you, man.
You got instructions, young man.
Yeah, that dog whistle is a powerful weapon, and a lot of niggas don't even know what it is. You need to really pay attention when you're watching the news and certain things, because there's a lot of coded language. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why a lot of motherfuckers just run around angry and all that, because they've been manipulated, by that coded language. But did you know that Mark Cuban and Ted Cruz have been beefing recently?
For real?
Ted Cruz is a Republican. What is he? Senator? What is he?
Senator.
I think it's senator.
Yeah.
He's a senator from Texas, right?
Yep.
So basically, what happened was the NBA recently gave each individual team the power of choice whether they would play the national anthem or not before games because of the whole Corona shit. It's not been a lot of audiences and stuff like that at games, so they figured, we're just gonna give that power to each individual team. Right. So for the last month or so, Mark Cuban has not made it mandatory to play the national anthem at the Mavericks games, right? And Ted Cruz, being a Republican in Texas, blew that dog whistle. And before I go into the dog whistle, I got to tell you, what niggas got to understand is that rich people only beef if it's something to gain. It ain't like it ain't like us on the street where you'll be walking, in Walmart, bump shoulders with a nigga and end up fighting them in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When rich people beef publicly, there's a gain to that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the dog whistle that Ted blew, you know what I'm saying? Because the NBA is so visible, he's a politician. He wants to be able to have his message reach more people. So he attacked Mark Cuban for not playing the national anthem before games in the last couple months, right? And this is what he said in the news. He said, the NBA is requiring... Well, hold on. Let me go to the right shit.
While you're looking for it real quick, man, Dozy is here,
What
y'all.
up, Dozy?
Hey!
What's poppin', man?
Hey, let me find this shit. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, man, this motherfucker Ted Cruz. These motherfuckers. They mad as hell at Mark Cuban right now.
They mad at that nigga.
And really, when they... Go ahead.
This is what Ted Cruz said. Peep this dog whistle, nigga. He trying to get a nigga lynched on the low. The NBA is telling everyone who stands for the flag, who honors our troops and our veterans, to piss off by not playing the national anthem.
He took it straight to the flag and patriotism and all that.
They always do that.
I never saw this dog whistle, though, which makes sense now, though. Okay, let me just incite this group of people.
Bro, that's some foul shit.
Yeah.
Why... First of all, who do you guys think he's talking to? Give me a specific person that y'all think this nigga's talking to.
He's talking to the majority of Texans, these mullet-wearing motherfuckers named Randy.
Right.
That got gun racks in the back of they 1985 F-150.
Right.
He basically talking to those slow-minded motherfuckers because that's all patriot means. Patriot just means disgruntled white person at the time.
So we recognize the dog whistle. We recognize it as intellectual people. How come it doesn't make us feel the same way it would make a gun-toting, pickup truck driving redneck nigga feel?
Because that's not language that that's not language that incites us. Like he said, that incites doomsday prepper Randy. Right. You know what I'm saying? Randy at the crib racking up and ready like, oh, they're talking about me, goddamn.
He spent $8,000 on bottled water after he seen that shit. Like, oh, what the fuck is going on? These niggers, these goddamn niggers.
He's talking to us, goddamn.
They'll have a desalinization tank in their garage.
They're talking about us, so I don't think it's language that we really we assimilate with.
So how could he have worded it to resonate with niggas?
First of all, that nigga, he gonna have to play the saxophone on Arsenio first. That's to understand it. If you're not doing something that visually appeases niggas first and foremost, we're not listening. That's why Clinton knew what time it was when he was on Arsenio.
Yeah, man.
Has there ever been a white politician that said things that galvanized you, that resonated with you, where you're like, this motherfucker know my heart, nigga?
I'll tell you one that galvanizes black people, unfortunately.
Oh,
Hope.
Okay.
Hope is a dog whistle. Anytime how the Democrats galvanize us, they throw out hope, they throw out change, they throw out togetherness, they throw out we all can become together. And what that does, because black people are so we're so humanitarian. That's all the fuck we want anyway. Not understanding the rest of these people. Yeah, to them it means together to take your shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Black people thinking, no, it's together so we can capitalize off your black ass. And so but that word galvanizes us, hope, change, togetherness, all that shit. Black people hear one thing and we be like, woo, and let's go vote for these sorry motherfuckers.
Or what they'll do is they'll hand a script to Cardi B and just tell her what
that's another way they can resonate with it, make it resonate. Like give it to some black dude to make him say it.
Right.
Black person, I should say. Like somebody who the black community looks up as, oh, he's better than us.
Right.
That person's better than us. That's how we look up Jay-Z, Cardi, all these super celebrities or whatever. Get Beyonce to say it, oh yeah, we'll follow.
Yeah.
Right.
Niggas will follow.
Has there ever been a white politician, Brandon, that you was like, this is my kind of guy? Everything that's in me, I see it in him, and he just knows my heart. He understands me. Or we don't even have to just say politician, just public figure in general.
I mean, not for me. I never thought there could be a white person to 100% really understand survival of a black person. So, I'm not, me personally, no. None of them can, because I think it's all a game anyway. So, I know I wouldn't buy it even if I heard something, but no, I don't think there's anyone.
I've been really racking my brain and I couldn't think of nobody. I think the closest motherfucker might be Phil Jackson.
What about Pat Riley?
Pat Riley, maybe?
Yeah.
Pat Riley, maybe?
Well, if you're doing that, then yeah, I mean, who's the coach for the Warriors?
Steve Kerr?
Steve Kerr's always speaking. The coach for the Spurs too. They always speaking.
Jim Carrey?
Let me ask you here again. You said anything that's speaking for us?
Has there ever been a public figure, white person, who blew the dog whistle and it resonated with you? You know what I'm saying? So they may have been sending out some coded messaging. Never. There's never been one.
Like in a positive way?
Positive, negative, whatever. Well, I mean, okay, in a positive way.
In a positive way, hell no, they ain't had nothing that resonated with me, coded. Because they don't send it.
Yeah,
they could send it, but they won't.
Right.
Like if they said, reparations, bitches, then yeah, that resonate like a motherfucker with me.
Right.
They ain't never said, they don't even speak to us. And they do it right in front of our face.
So what about actions? So if they haven't said anything, or are you just lumping this in general? Are there any actions? Have any of y'all seen any actions from people that you would consider to be dog whistles for us?
I've had kind experiences, interpersonal experiences with white people I grew up around.
Yeah.
But in the political sense,
sure.
Where shit counts for all of us, I've been trying to pinpoint one male white public figure that I felt like was talking to our experience. And
what about Marilyn Monroe?
Let me ask you, what do you think about you think Kellerman?
Max Kellerman.
No,
it's a valid question.
Well, here's the thing. I really like Max Kellerman. But I think he's an elitist.
Okay.
So it's hard for me to totally relate to elitists because their opinions are too practical. It's always based on just the evidence presented, and there's not a lot of great subtext with Max Kellerman. Meaning, like, if somebody is 38-0 and they're fighting a fighter that's 25-0, 9 times out of 10, Max Kellerman is going to take the side of the 38-0 fighter. You feel what I'm saying?
But his views are typically pro-black, in a sense.
I would say 51% of the time I could trust Max Kellerman. Oh, okay, the comedian, Bill Burr. But no, the other one that does the politically incorrect.
Bill Maher.
Bill
I
Maher.
don't fuck with him at all.
He was the one. What did he say? Nigga on the show and all that.
Bill Maher is he is a shining example of what a racist liberal looks like.
Yeah.
Because he's homeboys with homie from Kid and Play. He likes smoking weed. He used to date Superhead. You know what I mean? So
Bill Maher?
Yeah, Bill Maher used to fuck with Superhead.
I want to hit her bad, nigga.
Yeah, back when she was still Superhead. And so
she look like now though.
She's still fire.
Yeah. And so what happened was he tricked a lot of black people. And there's a lot of black people to get caught up because he will say certain things that he only look. People like Max Kellerman and Bill Maher, they speak up for black people when it supports the liberal side of white supremacy. If it supports a liberal agenda that strengthens their ultimate end, then yes, they speak up.
Right.
But they never say anything that's going to change anything fundamentally on how the society works. They say, yeah, that's fucked up that you keep killing these black people. Why? Because white people believe, white liberals, the liberal side of white supremacy, they prefer black people closer to them. They want their black people under them and to trust them and to be comfortable with them.
Right.
So that's their approach to controlling black people.
Right.
By having them as close as possible.
Right.
Whereas the conservative white supremacist says, get the fuck away from me, you little nigga.
Right.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
Right, right.
So when I hear Bill Maher, when I hear Max Kellerman, that to me just sounds like master that wanted slaves a little closer inside the house so he can work a little more freely for him and not think twice. That's all.
So when their actions or words... Oh, go ahead.
Somebody said Pete Carroll or Ernie Johnson.
Neither.
Not same situation.
The last white person.
Somebody said Jane Elliott.
No, hell no, Jane Elliott. And I'll tell you why it's a fuck no to Jane Elliott. I'll tell you why it's a fuck no to Jane Elliott and Tim Wise. It was a video that came out about 6 months ago when a brother interviewed her and asked her about reparations. Then she got into, no, you don't do that. The Indians, they look what they're doing with it. And brother's like, well, we at least want a chance to fuck it off. She like, when it came to the solution part, Jane Elliott was like, nigga, bitch, this is my hustle. I ain't trying to solve shit. So that is a prime example of a liberal, white supremacist. The one person I'm going to say that did it right, that I fucks with forever to this day, and the only white boy over the last 200 years to do it right, was John Brown, 1849, Harper's Ferry.
Well, I mean, yeah,
That's it.
He was about that action, boss. There's others, though. There's others, but I just can't think of them. And I've been trying really hard. But anyway, my point is that when you hear political figures speaking through dog whistles, it's because somebody just made a donation.
Chuck Brown.
Chuck.
$50.
Appreciate you, Chuck.
Appreciate you, Chuck Brown. It's because there's a beef that they're trying to gain something from. You know what I'm saying? Like rich white people are very good at organizing beef, bro. Look at the NBA. Look at sports culture. I'm going to start a team. You're going to start a team. We're going to travel the world. We're going to find the biggest niggers we can find. I'm going to put some on my side. I'm going to put some on your side. We're going to create team colors, a mascot, a fucking culture. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to charge people to come in and root. We're going to create this fake rivalry, the LA Lakers versus the Boston Celtics. Motherfuckers are going to hate the Lakers. Motherfuckers in Boston motherfuckers in LA are going to hate the Celtics. Motherfuckers in LA are going to hate the Lakers. Oh, I think I said that shit wrong, but we're going to create this fucking culture. You know, we're going to get this nigger, these niggers, a couple of these niggers rich. We're going to make money off of selling tickets to the show. We're going to hire a fucking, we're going to do a deal. They're always doing deals.
Always doing deals.
No, we're going to do a deal with a network to televise the beef. Once we make money off the beef, we're going to go on vacation, and the niggers are going to be in the street killing each other over the team colors and the team hats and shit. You know what I'm saying? White motherfuckers on that level, bro, they create beef. Like, beef is not real. You know what I'm saying? If there's no money attached to beef, it's just a misunderstanding.
That's a good point.
A lot of us in the streets think we have beef with each other, but it's really just a misunderstanding. It's really just a misunderstanding, bro. In your eyes, what's the difference between a beef and a misunderstanding?
A beef is when someone did something directly to you, and you saw it, or okay, affirmatively, this person did something to affect my life in some sort of negative way. Then that causes a beef.
Right.
And what was the other one you said? A misunderstanding is usually when something happens and you didn't see it. A lot of times it be somebody said something, or like what happens in a lot of places. What these white supremacists do around the world. They poison the well 100 miles up to get the water dirty and come in and sell water solutions to the people like, hey, I'm here to save you.
Right.
And it causes misunderstanding because you got one person on the side of the lake thinking one thing, thinking they did it, and the other person on the side of the lake thinking somebody else did it.
Right.
And that's a misunderstanding.
Right.
But either of them could be deadly if motherfuckers don't talk it out.
If you don't have anything to gain from it, it's not beef. You know what I'm saying? If it's just if you don't have anything to gain from it, it's not beef. Have you ever, and I'll give you an example, have you ever gained from a misunderstanding with somebody?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I feel like beef is, beef is unresolved. I come to you and I express that I have a misunderstanding and we just don't get to the bottom of it. Okay, now we have beef because you're content with continuing on this misunderstanding. Okay, that's beef. But I feel like if I have a conversation with somebody, especially if there's money involved, we get to the bottom of it and we resolve it, I had an issue with somebody when my dad had a car lot, and we had a beef about some cars. You know, somebody that was working for me, he wanted more cars on the lot to sell. I didn't agree. We kind of got into it about it, but then he brought up something to my attention that I didn't understand. It's like, well, wait a minute. If I resolve this beef, we both can make more money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I looked at it at that point, like, okay, well then the money we gonna make is way more important than this beef. So let's just squash it. So that's the only time that I can really think of where I had a beef with somebody. But I wanted to resolve it because I wanted to make more money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you okay? All right. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like it has to be something at stake, man, in order for it to be real beef, man. You know what I'm saying? I seen Mark Cuban's response to Ted Cruz kind of helped me see that. You know what I'm saying? I can't find this nigga's response, man, so I'm going to have to come back to that shit later. But, like, a lot of times, like, divorced couples have beef. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because there's something to gain there when we get a divorce. Bitch, you going to take half my shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if you just fucking the bitch and you leave her, you know what I'm saying? There's really nothing to be gained there. It's just, you know what I mean? Whatever that misunderstanding was, whether you called her a bitch or whether, you know, whatever the misunderstanding was, you know what I mean?
Right.
How about when there's nothing to gain, but there still can be a beef? Like if somebody beats the shit out of my sister, we got beef.
Yeah.
If somebody touches one of my family members, we got beef. Like there's nothing for me to gain from me going fucking you up or going and getting my boys and fucking you up, but nigga, we got beef. That's true. Yeah,
you don't think it's something for you to gain defending the honor of your sister?
No, nothing. She's gonna tell me to leave it alone. She's gonna tell me to get the cops involved. I'm going to somebody's house if I know what the fuck it is. That's a fact. I mean, tell me I'm lying.
But
knowing that I'm probably gonna go to jail for this. But
what do you gain out of that? You go over there, you beat the dog shit out of them. What do you gain?
I'm not gonna gain nothing but a ticket to jail.
He's just standing on his principles and morals at that point.
Yeah, I'm just upset.
It's a principle.
Yes, I'm just upset. You touch my family, I gotta fuck you up.
So there's no value in honor?
Is there value in it really though? Like tangible? Yeah, I feel better. I'll feel better for a second, but when them cops come and get me, I'm gonna feel good for like maybe 20 minutes, however long it takes for them to be like, oh, it was him, let's go get him.
And the family feels good to know that you step up.
The family's not gonna feel good. They're gonna be upset with me. It's a lose situation for me because they're gonna be like, nigga, what you doing? I'm not a street nigga. We not street niggas. What are you doing? This ain't how we handle shit. But like me, there's no way I'm gonna be able to sit and be cool. Like this nigga did what? Where you say he's dead? All right, I know the call. Hey, buddy, let's go. Let's come meet the homie real quick. Let's come take a ride with me.
And if your family be mad at you, you send me over there.
It's not going together, nigga. I'm putting hands and feet on this. I can't put that debt on somebody else. That's my debt. I gotta settle that debt.
You gotta take care of it.
So my sister can handle it. I got that for not just with them, but just anybody close. Like, nah, we gotta settle this. So there's certain shit is just respect. You know, like, there's no value in that, but, you know.
There's no value in respect?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, not tangible. There's definitely value in respect, but I'm talking about, like, we're talking about something to gain from it. I'm not going to gain nothing from going to fucking this nigga up. Like,
I guess it depends on how you look at it, because I think both are true at the same time. There's no, like, you're not going to get a $5,000 gift card, you know, to Sears or some shit.
My sister's not going to feel better.
But at the same time, you do get something because the real things in life, what's real in life is your experiences. You know what I mean? You know when you all alone and everything, it don't matter how much money you got in your head. The things that are real are the things that are in his mind right here.
Right.
The things that you can, them vacations you went on. You know, that big titty bitch, you can't find her number no more, but you want to call again. You remember the experiences in life. So when you have the experience of honor, of avenging your family and having that honor,
that's valuable.
I know, like, I haven't been in that, but I know people who have been in those situations, and the way they felt, whatever consequence they dealt with was more than worth it because they had that tangible emotional benefit to knowing that they stood up for their family.
What's the purpose of not liking somebody if there's nothing to gain from it? That's a waste of energy.
That's true. We see it every day.
You feel what I'm saying? I think when people just don't like people, I think that's the ego just trying to make itself feel better because it wants to be right about somebody. I just don't like Charlie because I don't like the way the nigga just blew Nike shirts. I mean, come on, nigga, it's Thursday. The person's ego not liking Charlie, just have to be right about something. But to me, it's a waste of time to not like somebody if you can't gain something from it. If I'm a boxer, me not liking Brandon, if he's a professional boxer and he has a title, it's a title in that for me. It's a title shot. It's money, something to gain.
I think the only reason that people have such strong dislikes for other people is they have a dislike for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The only reason I react with other people around me, if I don't like this nigga's shirt or his hat, if I have these strong dislikes, it's really an internal issue as far as I'm concerned. What do I don't like about myself?
That's
if I can't stand this nigga's sweater.
Right.
That's real talk. Like we gotta back it up a little bit just for the chat room.
Back it up.
They going in.
We gotta introduce. It's not new people to the show. We gotta introduce an old original of the show, Damien. These motherfuckers think it's Duncan sitting right here. I done seen like 100 people say Duncan looking depressed, Duncan looking old.
What up, y'all? What up?
This is an OG of the show. If you're new to the show, this ain't Duncan.
Bet.
Niggas thought that was young Dunk.
Little real Duncan.
Hey, I want to ask y'all something though, but you have to have war in order to have peace, right?
Right.
So in the way you was describing, it's like to defend your honor of your sister, and on the stance of respect, that's going to create peace later on. So that's something valuable to gain there, and we have to sometimes go at it in order for it to be peaceful and settled at some
He's
point.
gaining the trust of his sister.
We already has that.
But it's elevated though, man. Like it's elevated. If protecting somebody takes it to another level.
Her level of confidence walking around knowing that my brother
got my motherfucking back, nigga.
Nigga, I'm on what you said too, on experience. Like if I do that shit, somebody fuck with my daughters and I go over there and I dog walk the nigga, later on, when I'm retelling the story, that's the value for me. Like, and then I stomp the shit off that nigga and we rob his whole ass. Yeah, nigga. And that's the story for me is just what I want.
And the thing about it is, that's more real than anything tangible you can buy.
Trust?
Because I'm saying the experiences that you had and the knowing.
I agree.
Because you have you know how it is in this game. You see, we know people with money.
Yeah.
The people with the money after the newness wears off, it's back to life and back to reality. You know what I mean? So the people who can, we all have our fucked up times that we had, but then we all had our good times. And the more of those good things that you did, the more times you stood up, the more times you did what you knew was right. Right. That's the shit you really draw on as you age in this life.
Right.
That's what I speak for you. That's what you stand for.
Yeah, that's the realness of life. Niggas get the shit twisted.
Well, it's not a lot of
material
people.
shit ain't real.
It's not a lot of people that have that. I could see even in comments. Anybody that has all kind of issues with your story, like, that's cap. You didn't do that. It's a lot of no life experience whole ass niggas out here. Yeah. Like, all y'all niggas do, and I can see all y'all niggas do. Don't nobody want to hear y'all stories about what it's like to return the carts at Walmart and shit. Don't nobody want to hear that whole shit. You know what I'm saying? These niggas at this table got real life experiences. When you share your story, it's projected. Yeah. When you share your story and Dozy sharing his and Kraig, it's like it's a table full of real niggas with great life experiences. So,
but Charlie, you have to remember a lot of stuff that people are scared to do. They think because they are not capable of doing it, it means you're not capable of doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I had a nigga really tell me like, this Charlie whole ass didn't really get shot. Like, nigga, I took the bullet. Why the fuck would I lie about that shit?
But the reason is because he's not capable of coming out alive on something like that or being
he doesn't
feel he is. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Right. Because his or her life isn't fulfilled enough yet. They're gonna say yours ain't. You understand what I'm saying?
Dope. And you gotta realize a lot of these chat room niggas that be talking too much shit, they mad because when they was 8, they saw their mama getting run through by niggas with Kraig nose, Brandon's face, and my weight. and so we remind these niggas of these no good niggas their mama left was leaving, was getting fucked around with. So, it is what it is.
I'm good looking. I don't know.
You talking shit.
Hey, nobody met me thought I was ugly.
This motherfucker. You look like B.B. King's guitar tuner, nigga.
But men shouldn't beef unless there's like an overlapping interest. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only way to make it productive. You know what I'm saying? Because beef is not always something that's negative. If you can make it a productive effort, like if you're gonna be a criminal. Fuck robbing liquor stores, nigga. I might as well rob banks. Let me be productive. Let me go for the big bag. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a pimp, one of the strategies in pimping is you got to break a bitch down and build her back up. You got to create that conflict. to make her question who she is and why she needs to take your tutelage.
Deprogrammer,
You know what I'm saying?
reprogrammer.
That's an overlapping interest.
Right.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? You create conflict and then you attach some type of resolution to it that has a monetary gain.
So it's got to be worth it.
It's got to be worth it. Organized sports was that. You know what I'm saying? You think back in the gladiator days that it was a time where niggas was fighting for free. And then somebody was like, well, damn, nigga, it's like a lot of motherfuckers watching this shit. We need to build a stadium.
Well, they was really fighting for their life.
They was fighting for their life.
That's what they was fighting for their life. And others was betting on them winning or losing.
Right.
So they was fighting for something.
There has to be an overlapping interest, man. You can't just be out here having misunderstandings and not liking people and doing all this, cowardice shit. I feel like it's cowardly if you don't attach an overlapping interest to it. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody called me a couple days ago and they said, somebody took $1,200 from me. This was in Detroit. Somebody took $1,200 from me. What should I do? And I'm here in Cali. So I waited a couple days and I called Red. I said, listen, somebody took $1,200 from somebody I know, blah, 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 blah. Can you help me or what should I do? He was like, nigga, $1,200? He said, if it was $12,000, we could make a move. But $1,200, it ain't worth the beef for $1,200.
That's why.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, now I'm done. So I had to call him up with like $1,200. You might as well just watch that. He said it's gonna cost you more than $1,200 to get it from that
To get it
motherfucker.
back.
Right.
He said if it was 12 racks, nigga, then we'll go over there and get it.
Right.
He said with $1,200, it ain't worth it. So that piggybacks on what you said about value. If it ain't worth the beef, $1,200 wasn't worth the beef.
Why would you want? Why would you? People don't like to fully understand shit. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers only want to understand a part of something that is comfortable for them to understand. You feel me? Oh shit! What?
Nah, I hit the damn.
Oh,
There we go.
we back on.
Yeah, we good.
They only want to understand the part that's comfortable for them to understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, why not take a fucked up situation partially and make it complete by adding some direction to it? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. When Ted Cruz spoke out about this nigga, what's the white boy's name again?
Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban, he was really trying to hijack NBA visibility with his cause. He was trying to find a way to fabricate some type of drama that he could benefit from on a wider scale because the NBA is a globalized game. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure, that there's other leagues that aren't as visible as the NBA that may not be doing the national anthem before every game. They got a professional league in the Philippines, nigga.
Right.
They got a professional league in Mexico.
Facts.
They got a CBA here. You feel what I'm saying? Why purposely go after the NBA? It's because there's a strategy to that. You know what I'm saying? His base, they don't fuck with niggas like that.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? They don't fuck with niggas like that. But what's the difference between beef and a misunderstanding, Duncan?
Shit. Beef is something that's real. You know what I'm saying? Beef is something like something that you can't really come back from. Like it has to action has to be taken upon. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened. A misunderstanding is something that can be always, you know what I'm saying, discussed, and even if it comes to us getting down or you know what I'm saying, or wherever it happens, especially as men, we can always, you know what I'm saying, talk about it. But if it's beef, man, you know what I'm saying, it ain't really no coming back from that. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm ready to take you off here if it's beef. Ain't nothing to really talk about. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big difference. Misunderstanding, you can come back from that. Beef, ain't no coming back from
Just
that.
real.
Yes,
Beef is
somebody
real.
gotta
You
go.
gotta get settled in some way.
Yeah, gotta get settled in somewhere. You can't let that linger. You know what I mean? It'll become a bigger problem, and that's how wars start. You know
Well,
what
it
I'm
can't
saying?
be settled in some way. It has to actually be eliminated off the map because if it's real beef, it ain't settled.
It don't die.
It never really dies for real. Yeah.
Somebody gotta go.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
You think? I don't know if real beef has emotion attached to it though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's principle.
You know what I'm saying? I think real beef has to be principle. Maybe you might be angry that the beef is happening.
There has to be some type of emotion to it.
I'm there, but what I'm saying is,
It's not leading to emotion.
it's right. It's a
more
principle thing.
It's not generated by emotion.
Yeah. Emotion's there, but it's back door.
It's the fuel. It's the gas.
Yeah.
But it ain't the car.
Like an idea of something that happened and in your mind, you're like, no, that truly was a violation.
A violation.
It wasn't me what I'm thinking in my mind. That's a violation. I don't feel no kind of way. It's just that's truly a violation, man. So now we into the beef zone.
So if it's beef, you don't even care if there's something to gain attached to it. It's just like, I gotta kill this beef.
Well, yeah, you gotta.
No,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like when I was like it's certain beefs, you know the consequences are there. Like I know in my head, okay, I'm probably gonna serve some jail time if I go, fuck somebody up who beat up on my sister or do anything to my family. But I'm prepared for that. Yeah. I'm gonna do that because I'm not gonna sit there and keep looking at her with a fucking busted face. No, where does she gonna live at, nigga? Fuck it.
And we're looking at it from one side. That's just our side trying to be offensive. We already know the enemy's trying to get at us too. We haven't talked about that side. So what if you're defending yourself from beef too? Right. It's a defense and offense at the same damn time.
Talk about it.
You can inherit beef. Say that.
You're right. The Hatfields and McCoys like a motherfucker.
Yeah, inherit beef. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
A
up.
lot of people walking around these neighborhoods right now who's in a beef. They don't even know how to see.
But is that beef or is that misunderstanding?
That's beef.
That's
beef.
Gangbanging in general is misunderstanding.
Well, when you get into the underworld, it's considered beef. That's the underworld.
I think it's beef because people die. You know what I'm saying?
It's niggas that die over misunderstanding.
No, but I'm talking about like beef. Beef starts with like, I'm coming for your fam. Like you know what I'm saying, like that type. I'm talking like
everybody.
What are you? But here's the thing. What are you gaining from gangbanging?
Nothing.
So
there's nothing to gain from gangbanging at all.
You have to gain in order for. I'm not saying I'm right, but I feel like in order for it to be beef, there has to be a gain. It doesn't necessarily have to be a money gain, but like in the defense of his sister, that's pride.
But the gain is taking that person off the map, so this incident doesn't happen again. That's your gain because you're trying to gain peace ultimately.
Facts.
So I gotta take you off from this, so this situation can't happen again. Because I can't keep going through this again.
Because some things just can't be avoided. Sometimes you just can't avoid it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people got beef with you, and you're not really tripping like that.
Right.
But they really like, nigga, nah, you disrespected. And ain't nothing you can say to me that's going to stop me from being on your ass.
Right.
So that's gang banging. That's like I'm saying. There's nothing for me to gang but my safety. From, you know what I'm saying, nigga getting at you. But you like, nah, dunk gotta go, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nigga say something to my grandma, shout at my grandma's house or something. You ain't going for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's where it comes to where it's real beef. You know what I'm saying? The misunderstanding is, I don't know how you talk to a nigga about shooting at his grandma's house. I don't know how we gonna have that conversation. I don't know how we gonna sit there and
I hear you, Doug. The way I see it, the beef is with the person between who shot at the grandma's house and the person who got the grandma's house shut up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
The misunderstanding is the people who come in afterwards and have issue because they from this neighborhood, you from that neighborhood, and then they come into something like, okay, I'm from over here. But now I see myself in this war. That's what nothing directly happened to that person.
But the truth be told,
the misunderstanding is what was making them retaliate and do what they're being told what to do.
The truth be told, you shouldn't have been shooting at my grandma's house. You should have been trying to shoot at me.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's
now,
why it's beef.
Right? No, it's beef because we got the beef, whatever the original issue is.
Yeah.
Right. But the fact that you shot at grandma's house, there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to negotiate.
That's definitely beef.
But why do niggas ask niggas where they're from? And so it's an effort to clear up misunderstanding.
That part I agree.
So that's why I'm saying I don't know if gang culture
I think
really
that's inherited though.
Asking niggas where they're from.
Yeah,
explain.
That's some tribal shit for us. It's you go to Africa, that's what you do. Anywhere you go, they gonna ask you, where you from.
To try to clear up a misunderstanding.
No. Just because you're a
to
stranger.
identify who you are.
You're a stranger. They want to know who you are. Like what? Like you make not any noise. It could just be I'm at the store. Someone hears me. Oh, where you from? We're having a conversation. He's gonna ask you. Oh, where's your father from? He just wants to know where you're from. Not nothing. There's nothing. That's so here when you hear it now, it's like they got some tribal shit. That's just how you said. Like it's a lot of shit's in our DNA.
But let's go into why they're asking where you're from. It's not. There's never
Maybe
just.
The reason is different here.
I want to gain information.
Yeah.
I want to gain information that you may be privy to. I want to know. If you ask me where I'm from and I say a particular place, you already know what I'm here for.
Because you know that we inherit beef on the gangbang tip. So that's why you want to ask to make sure you may not be inheriting the beef from the cat that you're asking where you from. Or vice versa, right? Because it automatically comes with the inheritance of the beef that's already existing before you was even with the gang.
Or it could be on some maybe on some familiarity shit. Like, nigga, where you from? I think I know somebody from your area. I'm from the same area as you. Like, nigga, where you from? You from Guardian? Oh, nigga, me too.
Right.
I get that conversation a lot. Like it's sometimes it ain't always on some nigga. Where you from, nigga? I'm from Guardian. Oh, nigga, yeah, I'm from Guardian. I stay over here off of such and such. I grew up. I went to high school. I went to this. It becomes that kind of conversation. So it's not necessarily of. I know we're talking about beef, but I don't think the where you from part is always a negative connotation.
Are those questions regional though?
That's
really big here in Cali. Where you from?
I've been
Well, that's where it started. The game bang just started here. That's what it was about.
It's east side, west side, yeah. But I mean, it's more so. It's really dedicated to streets and neighborhoods. It's dedicated to streets and neighborhoods out here a little bit more.
So y'all don't fuck with y'all fuck with people from Pontiac. Y'all Pontiac and Detroit niggas kind of
How far is Pontiac from Detroit?
Probably like 40, 45 minutes.
You can't beef with a nigga from 45 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. It's not no real beef.
You can,
but you can.
You can. We do it.
But not
in jail
down the
they
street.
You can, but what I'm saying is you're not having day-to-day activity.
No, you're not.
With a motherfucker 45 minutes away from where you stay.
But they all like
You don't go to the same school. You don't go to the same liquor store. You're not happening to run into a nigga that's 45 minutes away from where you stay at. So that's completely
But
a little bit
in the
different.
prison, you do though.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
in
in
prison.
LA and gangbang, you go 3 blocks. It's a different hood.
Yeah. In prison, they got cards. You got the LA card. You got the SGV card. You got the San Diego card. You got the Bay. You know what I mean? So it's different cards. I don't know. I think niggas run from beef because now you have to define it. Like if somebody really tried to organize the beef and was like, hey, the 10th Streets and 152th Street niggas, you know, we gonna turn this, we gonna make money off this shit. So every Thursday, y'all bring y'all pistols and all the homies, and we gonna have a duel in the park, and whatever side win get $100K.
I wish we was that organized. I wish that we was that.
But that's how rich people be. That's how rich people think.
They know how to monetize it.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as you apply a game to it, I feel like niggas run to it because if you really had beef, you would be trying to gain something from this.
What's the game?
Territory. Territory. Brown said territory, y'all.
If you're selling, most gangs now have adopted. I say back in the 70s, was more color, but now a lot of people, drugs is involved into the situation. So now you have a territory thing. So if another nigga is selling on your corner by your house, he's gaining. There's gain. So if you take that nigga out, now you're gaining territory and you're able to sell more drugs by your house, and you're able. So I think there is a gain as far as if people are applying the territorial. It's like colonialism.
Right.
That's gain. That's territory.
That's
you know what I'm saying. That's a territory game.
I could see. I agree.
Yeah, but like you were talking about like why rich people beef over who's going to control everyone else. That's what their beefs are centered around. The whole Civil War was the South was like, hey, look, not just Mississippi had the most millionaires in the South at the time of the Civil War in the country, the little river town. The North, so the South was like, look, we don't need the North. We got all the money, and the North was like, we can't afford slavery because wintertime we got to feed these fucking slaves 4 months a year and they can't work. So you motherfuckers got to stop having slavery because we ain't making enough money.
Right.
The war wasn't over about. It wasn't about some morality. Let's get rid of slavery because it's not right.
They didn't have empathy for us truly.
It was let's get rid of slavery because the North doesn't profit from slavery. The biggest plantation in America is in fucking New York City on Long Island. Right. So it wasn't profitable for the North, and the South kept making the killing. So the whole beef was around, you motherfuckers is making too much money and y'all want to secede from us. So we gonna have to fight, and whoever wins this fight is going to go back, and whoever wins this fight, your way of controlling these niggas is what's going to win. That's what the fight was about. Who's going to control, not about any morals or anything, right? It's about who got the power.
Right.
That's why they fight, over power.
Right.
And that's the part that we don't understand. We fight over ego shit.
Well, we ain't never really had true power.
Because
that we've implemented amongst the masses.
We haven't. I hear what you said. We haven't had it in 200 and 300 years, but we've had power 99% of our existence. Okay. We know what power is.
Power is defined. No, power has definition. We don't sit down and define what shit is. You know what I'm saying? We leave it at the level of misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying?
There, you say.
Yeah, because beef has intent. There's intent behind that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason gang culture is so prevalent is, a nigga could be a Crip and move into a blood neighborhood. They're plugged into a culture. They understand the intent of the other side. You You feel what I'm saying? But a lot of times niggas be enthralled in these hood beefs, and they don't even know why 11th Street don't get along with 12th Street. But this shit been going on since 1961. You feel what I'm saying? So you're misinformed.
Or they don't even know how their gang got started in the
Right.
first place.
Right.
That's some real ill shit, man.
Sound like the reason why black people stay Democrats for so long.
Misinformed.
I heard it was Republicans at first, right?
Yeah, we was Republicans at first.
Yeah.
It was Republican. We was getting elected to the Senate, the first black senator in the United States history. Hiram Revels, 1870. He was Republican. Nigga replaced Jefferson Davis' seat 4 years after slavery was over.
What was his name?
Hiram Revels.
Hiram Revels.
Hiram.
He took Jefferson Davis' seat in Mississippi, first black senator. So for all you niggas marching around talking about Kamala Harris, none of your fucking Harris. That bitch ain't shit. None of your history. That bitch ain't shit.
Really don't like Kamala.
Fuck that bitch. I'm gonna talk bad about her every chance I get. Funky bitch.
Fucking dog face. Fucking dog face.
Hey, Tina Roar said me and this nigga look like two Duncans. hey, but she look like Brandon with a wig on it.
Hilarious.
I feel you.
That's weird what you guys think I look like on camera. It's insane.
You know, Brandon think you a pretty motherfucker. Every time.
Brandon swear everybody what I
All the bitches want Brandon.
You supposed to though. You supposed to though. Just so y'all know.
Because I know how they treat me. That's why I'm like, so something's not lining up. Something's not lining up.
Nigga said, y'all not in my shoes.
Hey, look,
What's wrong with their eyes?
Talking about what they are.
I never had an issue. Like your bird treat me like royalty.
Nigga said your whiz, huh?
Golden bird.
Maybe it looks different on camera. I don't know.
That nigga Dewan knocked over a bottle of barbecue sauce hitting his snooze button this morning.
I know wild in the moment. Y'all seen what Lil Yachty did for Kodak Black?
Yeah.
No, what you do?
Give him 50,000.
Wait, is that the same thing that put that Cuban Zirconia in his face?
No.
That's Uzi.
All these little motherfuckers confuse me.
All the
So
littles.
he gave him 50,000 when he got out of jail.
He gave him
Like, get back on
$50,000.
your feet, money?
50K cat. No, he's on his feet. He's
I
fine.
respect that.
Kodak Black is fine.
My thing is this.
He didn't need that 50K.
I think it was an Illuminati ritual myself.
They keep doing that to each other.
I'm gonna tell you why, nigga, because he was wearing red fingernail polish.
Yeah, he made sure to show that shit.
Yeah.
Lil Yachty was wearing red fingernails?
He was wearing red fingernail polish, gave Kodak Black 50K. Nigga, I'd have let that shit hit the ground, nigga. What's wrong with you, nigga?
What's the red fingernail polish represent?
Sticking his finger in his ass, maybe. I don't know. To the pink. Yeah, I would let that shit fall too, nigga. Fuck you doing? Why all these cameras around here, nigga?
That's what the young
Put
niggas
some cameras around.
Huh?
The young niggas do shit like that.
I'd have kicked that.
Give each other 100K. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Principal shit. That's
yeah, but
important.
I see what you saying.
That shit
because
fruit, nigga.
The way he did that, it was like that shit was weird. The way it was shot, the whole little camera thing was just crazy, bro. But they do shit like that a lot.
And that's actually, I think that's dope. You know what I mean? Anytime I see brothers exchanging money,
I do too.
I don't have no judgment towards it.
With red
I don't care
fingernail
what
polish
level
on?
it is, huh? Well,
I think that's
fingernail
disrespect.
polish- the motherfucker looked like Count Dracula then, but he gave the nigga $50,000.
I think that's disrespect.
So if a nigga
I
look
think
what
it's disrespect.
I think
What's
it's disrespect.
disrespect?
I think it's
What, that nigga give him
disrespect.
50,000?
You getting out of jail, you getting out of prison, I'm walking up to you and I'm giving you 50 bands and you get out, I'm treating you like nigga you don't have it.
It don't matter which.
But why the cameras gotta be
And
on?
why the cameras gotta be there? It's disrespect.
Because that's the
How
era
I
that
feel.
that's the era.
These
that-
are different. They're the Instagram kids. That's normal to them.
This is what it is now.
Anytime we're being kind to each other, that's a beautiful thing, though, man. Real
If
talk.
it wasn't on camera, it didn't happen. So it's like, they gotta show it.
When
Like,
Kodak Black get to the crib, Lil Yachty gonna be laying in
No,
his
I'm
bed
saying.
with a horse head and a bag of squirrel nuts, nigga.
Because what y'all didn't see on the other side of the money was a note, nigga.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Wow.
if you want 100K,
Yeah, that nigga said if you want the other 50, just come see me
Yeah,
next too.
yeah.
if you want 100K,
The other 50, man.
I feel like that shit was disrespect, dog. On so many levels.
Talk to me.
why I got what on camera? The feds is watching. First of
Right.
all, you're not allowed to gift over $15,000 without it becoming a debt for me.
Exactly.
So now that you giving me this $50K on camera, now I owe the IRS.
But it ain't about you. You was given.
No, you just gave me a debt.
You get the person that you gave.
You gave me $50K on camera. You're only allowed to gift up to $15,000 non-taxable. Yachty's late 20s. Mid 20s.
Oh, that nigga got a team surrounding him. Don't say he young. He don't understand.
You have things that I usually don't play that young bullshit game either. But what I'm telling you is this: if he genuinely meant to give $50,000, I can guarantee you he ain't thinking about no IRS and the Patriot Act shit.
When the last time you borrowed money from a nigga that was wearing fingernail polish?
I don't borrow money from people. I've never borrowed money from any friend.
Would you accept it? If a nigga just walk up to you,
He said, "Would you accept?"
and he got, would you accept it? And the nigga got 50 bands, and he got cameras around, and the nigga turned the stack of money so that you can see the motherfucking fingernail polish when he handed it to you. Would you take that money?
I don't see the significance of the
You'll take
fingernail
it.
polish. Y'all throwing me with that.
It threw me when I seen that. Like, what the fuck this nigga got on red fingernail polish for, bro?
There's some niggas be weirdo and they argue. That's what they do, though.
It was weird because it's like he purposely.
He's purposely showing.
See the video.
Watch the video. You gonna
show the shit.
nigga?
Like you got a phone in your hand and you went to go pick up a phone in your car.
You know what he gonna make him do for $100K?
I gotta look for something. Where my shit at? Where my shit at?
Yeah, it was weird. It's like, what are you doing?
These guys are marketing geniuses. Like you have to they don't think like average people, bro. It's like they know exactly what they're doing. This is
make the people
like
tick.
that's part of the reason they're at where they're at because of their marketing. Like Lil Yachty is very intelligent when it comes to branding. This nigga,
And I like Lil Yachty. I'm just the red fingernail polish
bro, the
dude.
guys in Sprite commercials, Target commercials. You do not see rappers in those kind of commercials, bro. Yeah, you can name a couple, but as far as the majority, you don't see shit like that. These guys are smart, bro.
So let me say for the $100K, Lil Yachty said I got
But the
$100K
thing is,
for
you know
you.
he did it though. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, dog. Lil Yachty said I got $100K for you, right? But I liquefied it and drank it. You gotta suck it out of me.
Hell.
And drink it. And you gotta, and we gonna go to the steam room together. You gotta get it out of my sweat. You gotta get it out of me, man. What kind of shit? You gotta lick the sweat off my arms and get it out the sweat, nigga.
I'm just saying, nigga, goddamn.
I'm gonna be looking at this thing like, so what the fuck? 100K? What you gonna do with the 100K? That's gone, nigga. What you mean?
I'm just saying, nigga. I mean, that's it starts with red fingernail polish.
Did y'all see the interview with Joe Budden Preston? When Joe Budden pressed Lil Yachty about his album cover?
That was years ago.
Yeah, but since then, you know this nigga been doing underground street rap with all these Detroit niggas. He ain't been dropping nothing commercial.
Yachty has? I respect
Lil Yachty
it.
been working with Rio, the Young OG, and all these Detroit rappers and shit. He ain't been dropping mainstream. It's damn near like he got exposed, got off the planet, and just been doing underground shit.
I respect that.
You know what I'm saying? But
That
the
nigga got a song out with Future right now. Nigga.
And he ghostwrite for
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
motherfuckers.
Oh, he ghostwriter?
Y'all out there, nigga.
But he out there doing a lot of street shit that a lot of niggas don't know about, man. He, especially in Detroit, he working with all these Rio is from Flint, but he working with Sada Baby. He working with
Sada Baby, nice.
He working with all these Detroit niggas. And it's like, damn, man, but he wasn't doing that until after. I feel like it was after the Joe Budden interview. He put him on blast. Like, nigga, you don't even understand what's on your album cover. Did you know it was two niggas kissing on your album cover?
For a fact, he did. For a fact, he did.
What? It was two niggas kissing on Lil Yachty's album cover, and Joe Budden called him out on it. Huh?
He dressed up like
I didn't know that.
But he acted during the interview. He acted like I don't know.
What you mean two niggas kissing on the album cover?
On Lil Yachty's album cover, there's two niggas kissing on there, and Joe Budden called him out on it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that, bro?
That show he used to do.
Damn.
How do you defend that, Brandon? Is that genius?
Right.
No, the thing is, he literally.
What would you do with his liquefied?
When Joe Budden addressed it, he said he did it for a reason. He said on the show, he said that he put it on there
Bro,
for a
that's
reason.
what I'm saying. There's methods to his madness.
I don't know the method.
Wait, I didn't
So
see that.
explain the method to homosexuality.
I don't know the method.
Then you been a nigga.
I'm thinking about him. Like, did he have? I don't think he had fingernail polish on that interview.
Oh, so wait, during that interview, he did admit to saying, "I knew it was on my album cover." I missed that
Yeah,
part.
he did.
Why is the gay community okay with allowing non-homosexuals to exploit their community?
Yeah.
I don't think Lil Yachty is gay.
That's fraudulent.
But it puzzles me how like the gay community would defend, you know, gay rights and Me Too motherfuckers who say suspect shit or whatever, but they don't really jump on people who are exploiting their culture and making money off of supposedly what is their pain.
Hey, you know what? You're right about that, because like Prince came out with his ass hanging out in the early 90s, back before gay was cool,
Right?
And they let that shit ride.
Right.
Motherfuckers love Little Red Corvette.
Right. Where is the gay Vanilla Ice? Our community, once we smell the fraud with Vanilla Ice, we kick that nigga up out our shit. Why isn't the gay community vanilla icing some of these people who aren't really gay, but playing the fence just so they can make money off of their pain?
It gives them exposure at the end of the day.
Lil Nas X, nigga.
Just exposure at the end of the day.
Well, Eminem was dressing up in women's clothes also.
What was this?
Lil
And,
Nas X got
and a
breasts.
lot of his videos, he was doing some weirdo shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Lil Nas X.
He's from Detroit. But I say this. A lot of his early mixtapes.
You like to hear that shit? No, that's not true.
I didn't want to say it was. I don't say it's not true. This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. Early on, when this nigga was dropping mixtapes and albums, he was bashing the homosexual community.
Right, when he was
bashing,
but he's mainstream. And
he did. When he got on mainstream, he played it safe. He was like, "Oh, let me do this shit to let the community know."
He was wearing wigs on MTV and doing all that, bro. Like,
I'm not saying he didn't.
in theory,
I'm not saying he didn't. All I'm saying is that he was trying to cover his tracks from all the shit that he said beforehand.
So you start giving up the pussy?
I wasn't in the room during that period of time. You know what I'm saying?
He came out with Elton John. Elton John came out like.
I forgot he had a song with Elton.
He did.
yeah, he did the song.
I forgot.
Any nigga getting close to doing some
In all
gay shit, I'm
fairness,
out the
Elton
room.
John is a legend, so why not? It's exposure at the
nigga-
nigga.
All legends.
Why not get the hair from Elton John?
I didn't say that.
Nigga
didn't say that. Nigga didn't say that.
What the hell did we get on that?
Hey. I love the jokes. Nigga didn't say that.
It is Elton John.
No, I didn't say it like that. I'm saying
So,
for marketing purposes, the point you there, it's Elton John. You
Is Lil Yachty aware that he's blowing the homosexual dog whistle? Is he aware of that?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he's definitely aware.
Okay, so remember, there's Daylight, right? Daylight was doing this shit when he was doing his battle rapping shit. Daylight has been this ambiguously gay shit, you know, for the longest. Talking about he went to fuck Diddy and all that shit. You know,
Right.
yeah, so he said this shit knowing that this is gonna open doors for him. Right. He said he's
He was sending a message to Diddy.
no, not to Diddy. Not to Diddy.
Like, I'll fuck you if you give me some money, Diddy.
That nigga Diddy out here picking up
I
niggas.
love Daylight is hard, but you can't explain your way out of that. Come on the show and explain it.
And
nigga.
please do.
Come on the show.
Please do. That's what I'm saying. He did this shit to try and open up doors, and he'll try and say, no, I'm not gay. I did that shit so I can start, you know, trying to just get more audience. The gay community is a large community.
I don't think it's okay. I don't like
when
when people who ain't black pander to us, thinking that just because you're sending a signal to us, we supposed to bow it down and fuck with you. Just do what you do, and if I fuck with it, I fuck with it. But don't pander to me, nigga, because you wouldn't do it in
you
your
got a
everyday
black
life.
girlfriend or something, or you got a black, fuck all that.
You go to a black barber shop, you're a white boy, we supposed to be cool. Now fuck that, nigga. What kind of nigga are you, man?
I don't give a fuck
I don't give a fuck that you got the little John B. sideburns and shit.
Give a fuck that you like Jay Dilla, nigga.
Real shit, nigga.
They act like just because they like hip hop culture. Look, you like hip hop culture because it's dope, nigga. Not because you like us.
Right.
That's real shit. Say that again though.
You like hip hop. Look, for you niggas out there that is impressed by your white friends, they don't like hip hop because they like you. They like hip hop because it's dope. Same reason why their daddies like rock and roll, because it's dope.
Chuck Berry.
And they granddaddy listen to jazz because it was dope. It ain't because they fuck with you, niggas.
Nigga.
Yeah, man, the gay community, we got to start holding y'all accountable because you motherfuckers are hypocrites.
And they're hypersensitive, too.
You're hypocrites, man. You're a little Yachty is playing you guys. Young Thug is playing you guys.
Right.
Young Thug ain't no gay nigga. Young Thug will blow your motherfucking head off your shoulders if you run up on Young Thug. But he about that paper, and he know that this hyper sensitive community, if he put on a dress, is gonna support what he's doing, and it's gonna cause controversy.
He did have a nigga in he had a nigga in the video with him with like a pink 22. That nigga was like.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that, young thug.
I was gonna bet
didn't know that.
I do exactly what you're talking about. He did that. He did that shit. Yeah, he did that shit.
Yeah, blowing niggas' heads off ain't the only blowing he doing, dog. That nigga gets out here.
Nigga, that's what I'm saying. He still might blow your noodles, but I mean, pause.
Man, I don't want none. I don't want none at all, nigga. I'm saying I mean, what if the same was on the other side? If we was out here selling our sexuality, if we was telling everybody, yeah, I'm a straight comic, support me. I'm a straight comic. I'm a straight comic.
Masculine.
Right. Yeah, now it's toxic masculinity, now it's cancer. But I just don't like how they attach the sexuality to the brand. If
I don't like
what
it.
about that? Like, if a black dude, if a man talks about some straight shit, oh, he hypersexual. But Lil Nas X can buy some fucking titties.
Right.
And this little nigga be up in kids' schools and shit. His music can build a kid.
Right.
Lil Nas X got some
and he
titties.
gets to go on Instagram and get praise. Ain't that hypersexual too?
Yeah.
Praise the nigga for getting some titties.
Y'all remember when Pink and what was the other chick? Y'all remember when Pink and Christina Aguilera was black? When they was sending coded messages to niggas like we want niggas to like us.
Man, hell yeah.
Fergie.
What happened when they got to that other side, niggas?
Jennifer Lopez.
Had that song with Red
Even
Man.
Miley Cyrus.
You know what I'm saying, man? You know that whistle, black dog whistle shit is fucked up, man.
It happens when black people allow that shit to happen.
We allow it to happen.
We allow it to happen, man. We let everybody in the house don't
Yup.
wipe their feet. You know what I'm saying? Go on our refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Go on the internet, nigga.
Are we too compassionate?
Yes,
I was gonna say, why do we do that?
We too compassionate.
because we don't understand that we behind enemy lines, dog.
Ooh, that was already all in
That's
war.
100.
Shit, so if we got that mentality, like, look, bro, we already fucked up. You know what I'm saying? We can't lose anymore. You know what I'm saying? We can't keep taking L's, bro. I know we learned because we lost and all that good shit. Because we always turn a good thing to a bad thing to a good thing as black people, but. We can't keep, you know what I'm saying, nigga trying to win the game, nigga, at the last minute. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We gotta have a plan, structure that shit, you know what I'm saying, have that shit executed, and then win, bro. We can't keep like, oh, nigga, we finna just go out there and freestyle.
Yeah, freestyle everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, we can't do that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, as black people, we gotta get off that shit. Because we good at that freestyle shit, but we can't win the championship like that, bro.
And we need to eliminate the niggas that's not down for the cause.
Yeah,
shit.
because they
Bottom
All
line.
these, I'm gonna invite somebody to the barbecue ass niggas.
Bottom line. Bottom line.
You're the greatest handicapped nigga in the history of disability died
Handyman.
recently. Nah, that nigga still. Larry Flint.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he just
Larry Flint died.
Larry Flint died.
That
Yeah.
nigga was
thought he
dead
been-
already.
Nah.
When I saw the news, I was like, I thought he was dead.
Did you know Larry Flint owned Runyon Canyon and
I didn't know that.
gave that shit to the city, Los Angeles. He owned that land at one
That's why
point.
all the titties and that. Okay.
That's why all the titties and ass is up and down that trail, brother.
Ironic, a nigga in a wheelchair owns some shit called Runyon.
Wasn't doing no running.
Be called Rolling Canyon, nigga.
Rolling down that hill.
But Duncan made a good point, man. Yeah, we be letting people up in the culture too much.
Yeah.
That's a big issue that we have. You know what I mean? And because we are sharing people, but that's it's a great thing about us. But it's also been our kryptonite a lot. Right. You know, over the last 100 years. You know, allowing people in because when they come in, they take over traditionally. You know, there's some exceptions. Like one exception was Chick Corea, rest in peace. He just died a couple hours ago. Great jazz pianist. Oh yeah. But you know, when Miles Davis brought him in on Britches Brew, you know what I mean. He learned from Miles, and then when he went out on his own, he came out with Stanley Clarke, and he always stayed with black musicians. He would go with his white boys, but he would always honor where it came from. Yeah. You don't have too many Chick Coreas that honor where they got it from. Usually, these motherfuckers go out and take off, and they turn it into something. Like, as a kid, I grew up thinking that the guitar was a white person instrument.
Right.
You know, growing up in the 80s, because all you saw was white people playing guitar. I didn't know black people played the guitar. You know what I mean? Until I saw like an old Funkadelic concert, I was like, "That's our shit."
Yeah.
And that's what when we come, they don't really come to share. They don't come to help and add to it and be a community. They generally come to take over.
And when you say the culture, do we even like? Because I always had this question because the culture is pretty much run by a bunch of old white people, ain't it?
No, culture's run by us.
I'm talking about hip hop.
Hip hop is run by us.
Yeah.
So who's the one
Well, you
who's
said hip hop is
controlling?
ran by us?
Well,
It's run by us.
the white
They-
folks sell it.
They put a camera.
sell
that's
our
what I'm saying.
culture.
No,
That's
white
what
people
I'm
put a camera on the parts that they like of our culture.
That's what I'm saying.
sell
So
it.
as far as like let's say, because I'm pretty sure we talked about this, how they wanted like the rappers who like Common ain't mainstream.
Or X-Clan.
You know, like there's some niggas out there who can really rap, who can rap out some nice shit. That's not, but all the niggas we know about, unless you ain't talking about no bitches or guns or drugs, nigga, I don't know you. Growing up till now, still. Right. So it's like, who's pushes that? Who's pushing?
Oh yeah, they push.
That's not.
We don't push
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
That's them. That's them pushing.
One at a time.
That's them pushing. That's
what
them
I'm saying.
pushing the worst of our culture.
And that's what we see. That's what the world sees.
Bitches. So bitches are the worst part of our culture.
The simple fact that we call them bitches, yes, that's the bad part.
Why is it wrong? Why is it wrong to call? Look, I just brought up Larry Flint. Larry Flint made billions exploiting women.
Man.
It's no rapper that has made more money off of bitches than Larry Flint.
But the white folks didn't. But the white folks didn't go and start degrading the bitches.
Pornography is not degrading a bitch.
No.
Have you seen Ghetto Gangers, nigga?
But there is nothing more degrading. There's
Ghetto gag.
That's hilarious.
Culture though.
That's sick.
There is nothing more degrading to a woman than porn. So how does a rapper talking about fuck these hoes and fuck these bitches get more of a bad rap than a nigga that is filming bitches, fucking animals, fucking niggas, fucking everything? How is his reputation better than fucking Too Shorts?
Because he's white.
And they control the narrative. They control the narrative.
Because he's white and handicapped. If you're handicapped, you can do what the fuck you want to do.
Nobody said no. Because what about Hef? What about Hef?
Hef was
Hef had a hell of a
That nigga had
fucking-
skin disease. You never seen that nigga in regular clothes. He always wore pajamas. See, that's disability.
But we looked at Hef the same way we look at Flint.
No, he's a little different.
I don't know.
In fact, the culture looked at Hef better than they looked at.
Dewan, Stephen Hawking had hella kids, bro.
Yeah, he did. Stephen Hawking was like,
I think that nigga was. Hey, I got a theory.
Yeah, but that was insemination. He wasn't fucking bitches.
Hey, what if he was though?
I'm telling you, you don't know what happened in those closed doors.
We take that nigga up
It takes us some shit they
I got a theory about that. I think that nigga Stephen Hawking was dead a long time ago.
Yeah.
Nigga. Cause you can't, what he had, you only can survive. What is it, like 2-3 years?
Well, you know they
Max?
kept
The
JFK
weekend at Bernie's
after JFK. After JFK died, a lot of people think they kept the body alive in a vegetable state for like a couple years.
Oh yeah.
His body wasn't the funeral. That wasn't his body in there. They kept him in a vegetable state. So it's possible that Stephen Hawkins would have,
Yeah, because he all them scientific theories he came
theory-
through, they
theory
used his
relativity.
faith to push him, to push all that shit. Like, oh, we'll believe he in a wheelchair. Look what he got to lie for. You know what I'm saying? But,
Hey, but like lower body, so we gotta believe it.
that nigga be sitting there, nigga, they feel nigga, get up.
if you
I'll see y'all niggas later.
hey, but them niggas said he could walk.
if you go ahead.
Dozy made a good point though, as far as like them controlling it. We are the culture, but they got the camera, and all cultures have a high side and a low side, no matter who you are. Unfortunately for black people, our honey boo boos get put out front as if they represent our culture.
Yeah.
But what's more fucked up than a handicapped nigga pimping able-bodied bitches?
I think it's a difference because with music, like Dozy was saying, you're getting people to repeat lyrics, and there's power in words.
True.
So with music, they're pushing the narrative of kill, shoot, whatever the case may be, and then we duplicate what we speak.
And they're bumping it every day in their car.
And you bump it every day in your car, and you get the melody, and you say, I shoot a nigga, I kill a nigga, da-da-da-da-da. I think that's different. I'm just saying.
You're an actor, dog.
Well, not, but
Let me
lyrics,
tell you something.
what you speak is what you
But
create.
if you're acting, getting shot in the head, like you say, Snowfall.
Right.
Very popular show, very good show.
I love
written.
Snowfall.
Now, are kids trying to sell crack now? Because that's a good ass fucking. That shit is. I am glued to that shit.
Yeah.
So are kids out there like, yo, I'm finna be Franklin, nigga.
But I disagree.
You know what I'm saying?
I disagree with you.
era. I'm just saying. But I'm talking about impressionable This is sitting down for like an hour straight watching this shit, bro.
Right.
With influence. You know what I'm saying? Like they're good or bad things that's happening. So what I'm saying is if movies are not put on the same pedestal, we're not putting rock and roll these white kids are listening to devil worshiping music. They're not devil.
They do way worse.
Okay, so every time
I disagree. Put it on the music, bro. It's the minds of the
I'm
people.
not putting it just on music. I just said one thing. Well, I'm talking about just media. Just music, movies, nigga. We not portrayed as the best.
Specifically,
no, we not at all. That's what I'm saying. Who's controlling that? That's not our. That's what I'm saying. We don't control that culture.
Okay, that's our fault though. That's what I'm saying. We can't blame.
Wait. You said the way that the media paints us is our fault?
Yeah.
How so?
Because what I'm saying is, okay, why do we care about what white people think so much? Why is it every time we talk about, because media is white people, right? So when white people say something about us, oh man, you seen the movie? We finna do this. We only activate when somebody is talking. We just said I said the 5 seconds left on the shot clock theory. That's what black people do. Same thing with but they gotta be, the white people did what?
We don't control the media.
They finna have a black mermaid.
We don't control the media.
Oh, hell no. A white mermaid, we gotta have a black mermaid. We can't do that. You know why we don't control the media? Because that's not our shit. So why do we pay attention to it so much, knowing that all black people ain't like that?
Well, we need to buy
I don't care what
cameras.
other people think.
We need to start buying them cameras.
We talking about
we need to start filming that shit.
No, we don't. We do film it, but we don't pay attention to that. We pay attention to the love in hip hop. We pay attention to the work of ourselves.
Well, that's because that's on mass media, though. That's on your current channel.
Hold on. Let them get it
You understand what I'm saying?
Hold on, let them get it off. What was you saying?
No, go ahead.
Well, that's mass media.
Yeah.
They control the narrative. So when you say, "Hey, we buy a camera," well, we not on Fox 11.
Yeah,
So we can't produce and distribute our shit on the main line.
We can reach as much as we.
But you know what though?
YouTube is
One second. Make sure y'all smash that like button,
please.
man.
Like it.
You were saying
It's a misnomer that we support it, because when it comes to all that ghetto programming, when it comes to that bullshit, the biggest supporter of that is middle white America.
White America, yeah.
We don't consume that generally. Black people do not consume that shit. They consume the. When it comes to all these little these drug rappers and shit that's owned to the lowest vibration, the majority of those consumers are white. We got to remember that shit. So it is I do know. Yeah, you can look at the shit up. They buy that shit.
I'm not maybe about
these niggas are selling out Iowa.
To say that, like, so you don't think that young niggas love Future?
Oh yeah.
I'm saying that's one person that they
That's
do
not
love.
just one. It's a million Futures. They love all of them.
They like him, but they also like a lot of people who aren't on. They also like a lot of motherfuckers who aren't on the radio.
But because we're not really allowed to be imaginative in our everyday lives, everything is so serious when you're black. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, for most people, we take media too serious. White folks don't take media as serious as we do. But also, media is not aimed to control the narrative of white people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For media is used to entertain white people, and it's used to control the narrative of who we are. And right. And the dog whistle behind that is watch out for the nigga. We need to keep these niggas in check.
Right. That's why we go.
Because if Larry Flint was a nigga and he was handicapped, his greatest accomplishment would have been saving 4 SSI checks. But since he was a white nigga, I got 3,200 in the bank. And my legs don't work.
Do you think he'd be handicapped if he was black?
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you why.
He got handicapped. He got shot by white supremacists.
I'm gonna tell you how Larry Flint got handicapped, because he wasn't always handicapped. So in 1978, serial killer Joseph Paul Franklin attempted to murder Larry Flint in Gwinnett County, Georgia. Basically, he had a court case. Somebody was suing him, and when he walked out, the serial killer had been stalking him and tried to kill him and only paralyze him. So that's how Larry Flint.
You know why the serial killer tried to do that?
Tell us about it. What happened?
Because his porn had interracial sex.
Wow.
So if he's a black man, I don't know if he's probably walking. He probably dies on his feet.
You know, but here
it was on the news. Right? He just died. It had this whole montage about.
I got two real life examples historically why we care about the media so much, because unbeknownst to a lot of black people, with how the media portrays us, it has a direct correlation to our safety. In the 1880s, out of Reconstruction, black people in the 1870s had a very high. General America had a very high opinion of black people. We were helpful. We were nice. We were people who would go around and be helpful. So there wasn't much going on. When Jim Crow ended, when Reconstruction ended, when all those look up Americana. When you look up Americana, that's the whole Aunt Jemima look, the whole Uncle Ben look. the whole big lips eating watermelon. That Americana started getting sent out in the 1880s, 1890s, and what that did was it lowered people's opinions of black people. And as a public opinion of black people lowered, public lynchings and killing of black people went up. And then in 1915, that movie Birth of a Nation came out. Woodrow Wilson showed that shit in the White House, and it rebirthed the Ku Klux Klan, and more black people died the night that shit came out than any other time that the current century. So there's a direct correlation between how black people are portrayed in media and literally our safety. So that's why we be up in arms about how we portray.
Can I ask you a question, man? I just want to ask your brothers a question. Why the fuck don't we ever fight back, man?
We do.
Do we?
Yeah, nigga.
Just not on the grand scale.
He just don't know. Why would a white person with their media highlight the nigga who fought back?
I agree with that.
You ever been to Florida?
Yes. I went to CVS and nigga had the Dukes of Hazzard flag on the nigga truck.
You ever
at
go
CVS?
You ever been in another state and you're like, how come they don't play Laker highlights here? All I'm saying is fucking
Magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the same reason. You know, they're not gonna show nigga highlights. If you know what I mean, this is not our town.
So you saying we been smashing these niggas?
Look, every time we decided to fight, and we didn't have a coon come in and give them a notice over under like Denmark VC and shit like that, we won. Like in Florida, black people fought the United States military to a standstill, to where these motherfuckers had to sign Justice Proclamation and tell us to leave because they couldn't stop fucking with us. We've always fought back, and when we fight back,
they couldn't stop fucking with us, or they couldn't fuck with us.
They couldn't fuck with us.
Oh, okay,
my bad.
Yeah, that sounds like a good thing. Let them be around us. They couldn't stop fucking with us.
When you read the Kerner Commission report, it talks about in the '60s these niggas had to give us concessions because we was whooping motherfucking ass. So yeah, we fight back a lot. It doesn't get noted, and then if we don't look up our history ourselves, we'll think we don't fight back. Like the video, thumbs this motherfucking video up. If you thumb it up, Brandon take his hat off. So thumbs up the video and like this shit.
Yeah,
we
man.
don't fight back enough. I will agree with that. We don't fight back enough.
But that dog whistle is such a important part of media and how they communicate with us. A lot of people don't even understand when it's resonating with them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know, and I just thought that was a very important point to bring up. You know what I'm saying? And we had 1,000 likes. We're gonna take a commercial break. When I get back, the one gonna belly dance for us.
That's a comedian.
Don't be this guy. Raise your drive and libido. It's time to man up with X-Wolf. Boost your testosterone levels to help decrease your body fat percentage and increase lean muscle mass gains. Boost your stamina and blood flow for those tough workouts. And these workouts also. Go to xlabsubs.com to find out more.
A lot of motherfuckers don't know I got 5 albums. I'm back in the lab, working on my 6th LP, the Chill Withers Project. I got a lot coming, man. Support. Don't let this quarantine hold you back.
I'm with Cube on this. What's in it for us? Walk rolls are off the. Up. Now look at us. We going up. Trendsetter, pacemaker, changed my heart. Did everything in tools, then built my arc. Cause I've been old, childish alchemist, cause I've been gold. A lot of rebounding like Robin on the Sparks, and I've been told great men do it cause they've been through it with the right bow. I judge ya on what happens when I'm done. Will she raise soldier when he raise gun? Or will he get exposure and D-Wade's son? We fought it out, bad tenant, her dad did it, gave notice and got it out. Now I walk in belief and travel without a doubt.
If I owe you something, I'm not gonna be able to give it to you, but if you want it, you can get it from God, nigga.
Walking real spry since you put her through the bride. Now she fucking old boy and she don't even say goodbye. Missing old girl and she wants to know the why. But open means open and emotions are a lie. Even if I had a heart, she would serve it with some pie. On a casual encounter with a bouncer over fries. When he give it to you, we gon' finally say goodbye. Cause all I do is eat, drink, fuck, and then say goodnight. I really don't fuck with you. You just cough, bitch? Cause you just something to do. You're damn right, I be a fool for food. But I really don't fool with you. I thought you knew. I really don't fuck with you. Did you just cough, bitch? Cause you just something to do. You're damn right, I be a fool for food. But I really don't fool with you. I thought you knew. The trouble with y'all is y'all ain't trouble at all. Do what you wanna do, nigga, including dropping the ball. Plan for what's in store, homie, you are not at the mall. You're not a customer no more, but a product of all. Your brother said what? Baby, don't play. We both know Lil Jeffrey gay. You do what I tell you to do, and he do what a nigga say. Plus, I'm the one fucking you. When you feed me bullshit, I gotta stomach you and shit out direction. Like that time you kept your bat by the door for safety. Then I said, if you don't take this and keep it next to your bed, nigga gon' break in the house and take this shit and hit you in the head. I really don't fuck with you. You just cough, bitch? Cause you just something to do. You're damn right, I be a fool for food. But I really don't fool with you. I thought you knew. I really don't fuck with you. Did you just cough, bitch? Cause you just something to do. You're damn right, I be a fool for food. But I really don't fool with you. I thought you knew. I really don't fuck with you. Did you just cough, bitch? Cause you just something to do. You're damn right, I be a fool for food. But I really don't fool with you. I thought you knew.
My man is a dirty dog.
A dirty dog?
Oh, yeah,
yes.
that's it right there.
Ooh, yeah, your dog is dirty. Ew. You know what? I know who we can call.
Who?
Code Red Carpet Cleaning.
Who is that?
Look, watch this. Code Red, Code Red, Code Red. See?
Wait a minute. I know you. I've cleaned your carpet before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hi.
I know what that spot is from. That's either from a dog or from a man.
Oh, that's her man's. Nasty.
Yeah, it needs to be taken care of ASAP.
Don't worry, though. I know how to clean carpet. I was born this way.
You were born this way?
I was born this way. Hey, you guys, this is Chantel with Code Red Carpet Cleaning. If you need your furniture, tile, carpet, or anything clean, click the link in the bio or call 747-234-6224. Support black business.
Oh, EP, that's it.
Let's go get. I got so much shit to talk about, bro. It's about to get. It's gonna be good.
Yo, you write poetry, huh?
I mean, I started off, but I've been rhyming since I was like 10 or 11.
The way you rhyme, bro, it's like something. It's different, bro. I fuck with it.
Oh, you knocked that out.
Oh, that bitch's head, I think she fucking with that crystal. Bitch's head, I think she fucking with that crystal.
Yo, what's going on? It's Patrick Cloud, and I just need to let you know that you need to pick up that Chill Withers LP by TheeKraigSmith right here. Man, it's super dope. This is Kraig how you have never seen him before. I was literally in the studio just watching, and I'm shocked. I jumped on one of the songs. You're not gonna regret it. Check out Chill Withers. Coming to Spotify, all the major streaming platforms and all of that. Chill Withers, Kraig Smith. Let's get it.
Man, we in here recording, man. We working on this Chill Withers project, man. Chill Withers. You know what I'm saying? It ain't never too late to blow. Chill Withers, that's how I go.
How to do a robbery and get away with jewels. First you have to plan out. Meet her at a man's house. Must have wore some track shoes. Sprinter how she ran. If your girl don't hate you, then her friends won't date you.
I think she fucking with that crystal. Every step towards that meth like Wu-Tang instrumentals.
Tellin' pussy, why the fuck do you strip for? Die on that battlefield or yield to a lip blow. On that bitch's head, I think she fucking with that crystal.
I get the.
You be alright though, man. That's what they meant by offensive odor, though. That's offensive. That's like a fuck you coming out your body. You walk by niggas, they be like, what you say, nigga? I smell a fuck you in here. Somebody smell a fuck you? No, I didn't hear fuck you, I smell fuck you. This shit traveling up my nose and my brain. Now all I can think is fuck you. I just thought fuck you 9 times right now. Listen to my thoughts. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah. Gotta get that together, brother.
We gonna give it to you.
To be so well spoken, you bad odored, nigga. I ain't never met a well spoken, bad odored motherfucker, bro. That's an oxymoron like a motherfucker, man.
You number one at AD.
That's a new word. Not an oxymoron, but a smell moron. That's a smell moron. It's all good, brother. Much love, man. Somebody got to tell you though.
Oh, we know it ain't somebody. Everybody.
If the police came in, they could arrest you for that. That's at least 90 days coming off his body, nigga. Yeah. That ain't regular time. That's in the whole time he got coming off his body, nigga. That's 23-hour lockdown time he got coming off his body, nigga.
I'm here to prove that the twisted up comb blows the crow sponge out of the bathroom. Only the twisted up comb passes the portability test and the durability test and the all new IMCSC TMTB test, or is my crow sponge cleaner than my total bolt test. This is the best test to determine whether you should be reusing that sponge or that comb on your head. Ready, Fred? Perfect. Just look how the hair and bacteria is able to be cleaned from the twisted up comb. Aww. Now how about those crow sponges? You see, unlike crow sponges, the twisted up comb doesn't absorb your hair, robbing it from the much needed oils and creams that is essential to keep our hair hydrated. The patented woven stainless steel mesh in the center gently massages your hair and can be 100% sanitized after each use. But really, how dirty is that crow sponge? That's a good question. I am using what us microbiologists call agar plates. A simple test you can do at home. You simply swab the surface you want to be tested, gently transfer it to the agar plates, and wait 7 days. You gotta love the internet. Let's see what we got. As you can see, the twisted up comb passed with flying colors. Man, that looks nasty. Have you ever left towels in the washing machine and came back to it the next day? Smells pretty gross, right? All bacteria needs is a damp place to grow and start multiplying. A sponge job is to trap moisture. That's why it's black. It hides the dirt. Here at Twisted Up Comb Laboratories, we believe that you deserve better. Twisted Up Comb is the only comb that is portable, won't break, and can be sanitized. Embrace your natural twist. The clean way.
Stop the business. You want to do anything after the show?
Couple times, huh? Hey, what's going on, you guys? Hold on. Look. Hey, man, I want y'all to check out, man. Every athlete should have a custom-fitted mouth guard representative. Get informed on the most valuable asset to every athlete that goes ignored until it's too late. Boost oxygen intake, increase confidence, battle effectively with Garden Go custom fitted mouth guards. Garden Go custom fitted mouth guards. For more information or to place an order, check out the website or the IG at Garden Go Mouthguards. Also, the Facebook is Premier Mouthguard Specialist, and the email is gngmouthguards@gmail.com. Look, man, I got a custom mouthguard from them. Last night I was beating my bitch up. She landed one in my mouth, and I didn't even feel it. So I'm letting you know that this shit works. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't never hit no bra, but.
And if y'all look closely, Kraig's teeth are at different levels, so that's a good ass mouthguard to catch that shit.
Hey, Kraig, remember, it actually helps for the people that snore too.
It helps you for snoring. Yeah, it actually has some sleep apnea benefits. Yeah, for sure. Check it out, man. It's a black-owned company. The brother does a lot of mouth guards for a lot of professional fighters. He flew out here and hung with me and Brandon about a month and a half ago. He's a solid dude, man. Go check him out, man. Premier Mouth Guard Specialist. On Facebook and on IG, it's Guard Go Mouth Guards. Check them out. All right, man, we back in this piece. We back in this piece, man. I don't know about this, man. I was reading the other day, and recently in Germany, they tried a secretary that worked at a concentration camp. She's 100 years old. They got her for aiding and abetting on 3,518 murders.
Wait, who?
A secretary at one, the bitch that was answering the phones at one of the concentration camps was charged with aiding and abetting of 3,518 murders. Do you guys think is this just?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
And they need to come out here with that shit because it's a gang of these slave owners. You know what I'm saying? And they sons that need to be motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? That's 100 years old sitting in $200 million, you know what I'm saying, old folks' homes. They need to be taken out too then if we doing that. So let's get them all because there's war criminals out here that they ain't even.
Wrangle them up.
Yeah, let's do it up to all of them. Fuck them.
Yeah, I mean, at 100 years old, you ain't losing nothing.
Yeah, what I mean.
At 100 years old, you done beat the odds, baby. You'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, die. You'll be all right.
Just give us an option. Can we lock you up or just all of us beat the dog shit out of you till you die?
It's so goddamn hypocritical though.
It is because everybody in NASA, you got to lock all them up too.
NASA, it means Nazi. Goddammit.
Lock all them up
the
too.
jet engine. That's the VW, the Audi, motherfucker. What?
I love Audi, but then
I love Audi. I had two of them hoes. But like, no, that's a.
Take us further. We talked about before. Hugo Boss.
Hugo Boss. Yeah.
Adidas.
Budweiser. What was the other one?
Budweiser. You know what Coke? Shasta soda. Shasta. Man, Ford. Yeah. Nigga, Henry Ford had was building Jeeps over there in Germany during World War II. It's a motherfucking Nazi
Puma,
camp.
Coca-Cola,
Coca-Cola, Shasta. It's a Nazi camp that's in Palisades right now. That they was helping. These motherfuckers was training in the Palisades here in L.A. during World War II, and now they all of Orange County is goddamn Nazis.
You can't say World War, huh?
World War.
World War. World War.
You can't say it.
World War. That nigga trying to say.
That nigga said He's right. I say World War.
That nigga thirsty. He said Wawa. Wawa. That nigga thirsty to the motherfucker.
World War.
You right, Kraig.
He said Wawa.
You right. You I'm not gonna defend it.
Hey, I like the nigga owning it.
I'm not gonna own that shit. I can't pronounce. I sound like Kraig with nose plugs. I ain't gonna sit down and but I think it's a little bit hypocritical because the United States allows so many Nazis over here. That's what Orange County is. You know what I mean? And so. You know, but at the same time, I'm never, ever going to stand up against a white supremacist going to jail. Fuck her.
Yeah. Facts.
I agree.
Run it.
I agree. I'm with Dunk though. Shit, there's so many people benefiting from the criminal acts of their ancestors in this country. When are we gonna start having our Nuremberg trials here in the United States of America?
It's time.
Is it ever gonna happen?
Hell no.
Yeah. I mean, it's a huge $1 trillion thing on the table right now. COVID relief, all this other stuff. What would it take for us to get a few billion in there for some reparations, man?
We deserve it.
We gotta go for it.
We gotta go for it. We gotta stop all this black and brown shit. We gotta stop caring about what other people think.
Yeah.
We gotta just go for it anyway.
Is it
because
right?
they're not gonna like it anyway.
Is it right that our shit is always synonymous with brown?
No, it's not.
No,
Also, how come what's been done to us was done to us individually? How come it's always, and I ain't got no problem with my brown brothers and sisters, but you have not been through what we've been through in this country. Why is it negative for us to separate our plight from theirs? Because they owe us. Yes. And I'm not saying they don't owe y'all. They owe us. But why do they multiculturalize our struggle all the time?
Facts.
I don't understand.
Because
exactly
one thing they try to do is, like, one thing people don't realize is the fight between white and black in America is truly a family affair. Anybody who knows their history, Kraig, you have it, I have it. We all got white cousins, literal cousins, that were able to keep whatever wealth was transferred down by our mutual great-great-grandfathers, and the black side of the game didn't get shit. So we got to realize the 10th president of the United States, James Tyler, his grandchildren are still alive.
Right.
You know what I mean? That motherfucker owned slaves.
Right.
My grandfather turns 97 next month. He was 40 years old when civil rights legislation passed. He was 40 when that shit passed. So our fight is way different than anybody who came after 1965. It's way different, and there's no disrespect to them. But the doors opened up to you because of the wealth generated, what the fuck my grandparents had to go through, and what we didn't get passed down, and our white family members got, and they living off the fat of the land, and we struggling. So, like, you see what's happening in Oregon. Oregon wants to pass a reparations bill for black people. It was a Hispanic person that filed a lawsuit.
Talk about it.
Straight? It was a Hispanic, and then the Asians of Oregon jumped in because they have a reparations bill that's going to play like black Americans who can prove slavery. Their ancestors went to slavery like 100.
But we still got.
It's like no. It's easy to prove. It's easy to document if your parents went back to slavery. That's easy. And so what they is going to be like $123,000 a month. Don't quote my number, but Oregon's that's a bill that's being introduced. But the first lawsuit was filed by someone of Latin descent.
And it's not our fault. It's not black people's issue with, like he said, Kraig said it perfectly. We ain't got no issue with y'all. Y'all think like America owes y'all, but we got a special relationship with this country, bro.
Right.
That no other race has. You know what I'm saying? Like when we say we literally built this, we literally built the Capitol building that white people stormed. Literally built that shit.
Brick by brick.
Brick by brick for free. So
and engineered it.
And so what I'm saying is when we get down to it, we not your enemies. Your enemies gave y'all last name. Y'all think y'all speak Spanish and all that shit? That was given to you. Just like my last name was given to me. Right. I'm speaking English right now. I've been conquered, nigga.
Yes.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all speaking.
It's a nigga fucking you, Duncan. What are you talking about?
I didn't even see it. I didn't even see it.
This nigga, I've been conquered, okay? Is he talking about now? I let a nigga beat my shit up 6 times, and I don't really like it that much.
Slavery been over.
Hey, Kraig,
that nigga said I've been conquered and then just looked at everybody.
I let a nigga beat my shit up. I don't really like
Let me free. Hey,
Kraig, nigga beat my shit up, okay? I mean,
is that what sapiosexual is?
That's what sapiosexual.
No, man, you can Google sapiosexual.
Last night, all you heard was this.
Hey, Charlie got a dingy black hat and some clean black jeans. That nigga Kraig was the nigga that threw his leg up at the Tank concert.
Hey, yeah. Oh shit.
Nah, but yeah, man, like you know what I'm saying.
Y'all niggas wild.
Yeah, how'd you get your last name?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Conquerism, nigga. Being conquered, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is,
doors like a motherfucker.
we not y'all fucking enemies, eh? So what I'm saying is, when y'all see black people fighting for shit, bro, either like just like y'all want us to get on the 5 freeway and march with y'all when the immigrant shit was going on, you know what I'm saying? Even though y'all ain't worried about no Haitians or nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? We gonna be for immigrants' rights, whatever.
Let's be real with that. Right.
Immigrants' rights, but
Or dark Mexicans.
yeah. So the Negritos at all. So what I'm saying is, we not your enemy. So when Kraig say we have a special relationship, that shit is real. We not saying that because we better than y'all. We suffered more. This is a fucking fact. You know what I'm saying? We went through the most. We not sitting here, nigga, proud of that shit. We fucking sitting there trying to fight back from it. Right. And y'all see it.
But I get confused, Kraig. Why would the Mexican and the Asians want to vote against us getting ripped? Like, I still don't understand what's in it for them to vote against it.
Oh man, there's so many different reasons why they wouldn't. But the first thing I think is for the Mexican part in particular, they're trying to control. They want to remain in control of the labor class, and going against the system would in turn send a dog whistle message to the people who run the system. Maybe we need to open the borders back up. We need to displace them as a labor class, because that's what happened to us. We controlled the labor, and then once we started with the civil rights movement and tried to go big, is when they allowed the immigration thing to take hold. You know what I'm saying? That they basically are punishing us for fighting for our rights.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So if they did choose to buck up, that's what would happen. They would import people from somewhere else to take their place, and I feel like that's what they. I don't even know if they know that that's what would happen.
I don't think they do.
No. Here's why I know, because there's an article written in the Medium last summer. Look it up, by an Asian woman, and he's talking about how Asian society is very clear. They've signed up to be number 2. We know that we're the model minority. We're not going to get the hell that the black people face as long as we don't challenge white supremacy. We're going to maintain our space within society. And people come over here know that because, like I said before on the show, the United States only allows immigrants to this country who practice similar color-coded racism in their home country. So these motherfuckers ain't got to learn nothing new when they come to the United States. In Mexico, they don't fuck with the Negritos. So they ain't got to learn nothing new when they come here. Yeah, right. In Asia, they still have blackface in China on the fucking commercials. We ain't even going to get into India and they background, how they treat the untouchables. Right. So they come over here on message and knowing basically through osmosis, those them niggas, as long as we over there, we good? Oh, hell, let's party.
Right. Certainly.
This man, yeah, Mexican drive that. Everybody do that for that amount in Texas, asshole. That's how much the fucking minimum wage is, nigga. What you talking about? Quit acting like Mexicans want to work harder than black people. That's not a fucking fact. How you gonna tell me? I've been there. I mean, I was in the fucking UPS, FedEx warehouses, nigga. Sweat, nigga. Hoping to get hours, nigga.
Right.
Pedro and them going up to the Mexican supervisor, nigga. They getting hours for sure, nigga.
Right.
It's a group of black niggas looking at them like, hey, so we gotta leave? Like, nah, yeah. They say y'all gotta go.
Facts.
All day, every day.
All day happens. It's happening right now to your little brother. He's sitting there like, damn. Shit, I might as well come out with this.
It's happening at the docks.
Go ahead, Dave.
Talk about
The niggas are longshoremen. Talk about the race.
Hella nepotism. Hella. And that's just how it goes. Y'all know the routine. Y'all know how it goes. I mean, ain't much for me to really say. It's just, you know who controls the shits. You know what I'm saying? And how the system was set up, right? That's just how it go. But it speaks to what you're saying. Like, yeah, I would love to keep working and going hard and pump for my family. But there's limitations set up. It's like I only do so much. Even though I may want to do way more than what I am doing. But that don't make a nigga lazy. That don't mean the motherfucker don't want to do shit. That don't mean all the little stereotypes that don't mean none of that. There's a system in play, guys. Come on now. You only want to acknowledge what you want to acknowledge, right?
Right.
I know.
And the way I look at it like this, look. If you ever feel like you want to buck up to black Americans and say what we not doing, understand this. If you were so great, you would have done it at home.
Right. Talk about it, bro.
If you were so great, you would have done it at home.
Because you left home for
what
why?
happened was, like, I grew up in the early 80s, like the old people that was around doing Jim Crow, they were really old, but they were still alive. You know that time in the late 80s when all your aunties and grandmamas started dying off in the late 80s, early 90s.
Right.
But I remember when I was a kid, it was my black uncle, John Henry. When someone needed an addition to the house, they have to call him Mexican. They called my uncle. Right. The uncle built it. Was your cousin was the electrician.
Go ahead.
The first AME church started because when a new black person came to town, the church would get together and build a home for those people.
Absolutely.
For free. And then the only thing was when new people came in town, you had to help them build. Every immigration act that's happened from the 1882 Immigration Act to 1965 has been every time black people have gotten together. Our labor force has gotten together and started getting to the point where we started to make bread off of what the fuck we do, and we getting really good at it. Then they first they opened the doors to Germans and Irish and the Italians in the 1800s. And then in 1965, when Kraig said, when we got our rights, they said, okay, these niggas about to get some minimum wage, time to open it up again.
But the sad part is that they always set it up for the little niggas to argue over shit with each other. When the big picture is what it is, and we don't acknowledge that shit. But we gonna argue over the little the scraps and the crumbs and shit, and not acknowledge what's really popping.
Yeah, that's perception, though.
That's
because that's all I see. You know what I'm saying? If all I see is a burger between all of us, and we stuck in this motherfucker, hey man, who finna get most of that burger, nigga? I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's how niggas is acting. Like Kraig always say, nigga, class line to me. People eat people if they get hungry enough. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your taste buds don't really, you know what I'm saying, matter when you hungry, nigga. It's time to eat. What you got, little crumbs over there? What you got, my nigga? You finna eat that? You know what I'm saying? So that's how most black people gonna act. You know what I mean? Because they don't see the vision. Like, okay, right now we don't know where the labor class is going. Right. What's happening? Everything is getting automated. Everything is and nobody's going to be working physical jobs anymore. Eventually. You know what I'm saying? Why aren't our kids learning coding?
Why?
Right. There are coding camps that these white kids are going to this summer. Trust me, I know. I tried to get into them. My son is going to one in Cerritos.
Love it.
They are not playing with them. They told him, like, look, when he get in this, you're gonna pay for it. But if he can't keep up, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna let you know it might not be. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, he good.
Right.
But he telling me that because I figure I'm black. Like, man, your son might not be able to keep up with the rest of the kids. There's Asians. There's prodigies here. Like,
they said that?
Crazy? Yeah. But I can't. But I don't take everything like, oh, he's trying to be racist. He was trying to be cool with me, like look, man.
Just inform you.
Yeah, like, look, this is hard. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that like, look.
Right.
I take it as a challenge like that. Look, my son got this shit. Let's go. Any kind of coding, trust me. He has uncles, nigga that write software, whatever y'all talk. What y'all want to do?
Yeah, what you want to do?
Right.
So that's what I mean. We need to be building around that.
Ballers, shot callers, sprawlers.
Tell them how tech ain't even look for the degrees anymore.
Not at all. They don't even care. They're going to YouTube to find niggas, and they looking at your YouTube and your views, and they looking at how you get down. And they're looking at this like, wow, he knows how to do this with no formal training.
Well, you don't need a degree to be innovative.
No, you don't need it.
You know what I mean? Like, you just have to come up with something dope.
Talk about
the dope thing about coding and computers and programming is you can be self-taught like Abe Lincoln.
Oh my God.
Abe Lincoln didn't go to college.
That's real shit, though.
I'm telling you, Abe Lincoln is a self-taught lawyer that became president. And was getting fucked in the log cabin according to DeWine.
Nigga was sweet dookie.
But he was self-taught. Harriet Tubman was a self-taught freedom fighter. Malcolm X was a self-taught public speaker / freedom fighter. Self-taught niggas are the best because they really want it. This computer shit is actually a blessing, man. Automation is a blessing, man, because you can get on that YouTube, you can get on your computer, you can spend 8 hours a day, you could learn, you could Cisco certify yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you don't have to go to school, man. You can be self-taught, man. I'm almost to the point where I'm like, I wouldn't even do some shit unless it's unless it's self-taught. You can learn at your own pace. You know what I mean? Like, stop this codependency we have on these folks that don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah, that don't give a fuck about us. Don't
give a fuck.
This codependency we have on these folks that don't give a fuck about us is incredible. The fact that we think we need to go to the University of Southern California, or why do we think we need to go to these schools, bro?
You don't need these institutions. If you could just be the type of person, I had a really wise dude tell me a long time ago. If you're not gonna go to college, Charlie,
you said a really wide dude.
Wise.
Oh, I'm like, what did DeWine tell you?
Before he started. Shouts out to that person that put a tattoo on Kraig's chest. Oh, with his flesh colored shirt. You know what
I'm saying? He said you should be a book addict. Yeah. You should be reading at least a book a month. Because what they telling you to do when you go to school?
Read a book.
Read a book. So if you're not gonna go to college, if you don't know what your trade is, your goal is, man, if you just become a person that's a book addict, 1 to 2 books. I read at least 2 books a month. Yeah. I have to, because it's like
are you doing Audible or are you just reading the
either or? Sometimes I'm reading, sometimes I'm doing Audible while I'm in the car, but
Audible is hard for me. I don't know why it's harder for me to listen to a book than read a book.
It depends on who's speaking.
Are you taking notes when you listen to Audible?
I just remember I
have to do it on repeat. If I do Audible, I have to hear it at least twice before I actually internalize it. But when I read it, I actually internalize it when I'm reading. And even down to like underlining certain shit or writing notes in the book, it helps me retain it a lot better. But you're right, when it comes to Audible, I got to hear it over and over again. But
you know what it is? You made a good point though, because like I remember the reason why the day I graduated college was one of the angriest days of my life. Because after I got called to get my degree, I realized all college was somebody saying, "Hey nigga, go read them books over there and take this test when you're done. Right. And if you read enough of these books, we'll give you a piece of paper saying that you read these books to our satisfaction."
Can you retain the information? Can you retain it?
And the information they want you to retain ain't even pertinent on how you gonna live your life. It's just some arbitrary question, some dickhead ass. That's all a college degree is.
In the cafeteria, right?
Kraig look like a black quagmire.
Fuck you.
But you're right though. You stay in the books, stay informed of yourself, because in the economy moving forward, it's gonna be about what you know and how you can sell what you know. That's really what the shit's gonna be about. Security is gonna be a fucking robot. All these warehouses are getting automated. They even got automated farm pickings. You down at the port. What's the Long Beach port doing? You at the Long Beach or LA port?
Well, it's all the same.
These motherfuckers, they got a whole part of the port that ain't. It's just somebody with a fucking control, and it's just a goddamn video game moving all.
But let me say, it's not as efficient as the human labor.
It's never going to be.
Not yet.
Breaks down.
Not yet.
But it will actually never really be.
But up there, either way it goes, they kicking the people out. Because it's not efficient at these places too. But a machine at Walmart is $25,000.
Yeah, but you
got
to remember that these machines at Walmart break the fuck down and still needs a human.
You said a machine.
No, the automated takeout, like a person is going to be $25,000 a year plus medical insurance.
Right.
Yeah. The machine is $25,000 for the machine. Period.
Right. That breaks down. That they have to upgrade. That they have to fix. That they need a man, an actual human being, to actually operate that motherfucker.
But that checkout person, but the machine ain't gonna call in sick and ain't gonna have maternity.
No, that's fine.
So what I'm saying,
but also too, like the payroll tax that you don't have to pay the less employees you have, so it's more valuable to have the machine based off of the money you get to keep.
Allow that though? We're the majority,
right?
The have-nots are the majority,
right?
Why are we allowing these motherfuckers to get to a point where they don't need us?
Why do we allow a lot of shit?
Why do you allow the niggas that we don't too mad?
We don't own shit.
But when fuck own it, okay, nigga.
We don't say too mad. That's a good question.
We don't unify.
What would you suggest? Like how would we stop from stores going to automated?
Ass whooping stops a lot of shit.
No, that's a fact. I'm telling you. No, that's a fact. That is a fact. Yes.
Hey, back in the day, white folks would show up when they had us. When they used to accuse us of bullshit. Emmett Till. When they would accuse us of bullshit, they would show up to the sheriff's office 10,000 deep, 5,000 deep,
validate the lie,
and make them take niggas out of cells and hand them over to mobs.
Yeah. That's a fact.
How come we don't do that?
We don't do it.
You know why? You know why?
Real spit. Why?
They'll clear us all out in 2 seconds. That's why they showed us.
No.
See, I think
I disagree with that.
So you don't think?
Let me tell you something.
Let me ask you one question. We all saw what happened at the Capitol. Right? Yeah. We also happened. Yeah, we did. How if this was a bunch of niggas, let's be for real. Let's be honest.
We do know that.
Okay.
We do know that.
So this is the same situation.
No. The Capitol is not the same situation as a regular situation.
You're still going to a government. It's still a gang of motherfuckers, man. We're gonna go to the government building and we want justice.
Black people.
Niggas want justice. Nigga, you want justice?
Black people.
But look at the Million Man March.
I want to tell y'all something.
Look at the Million Man March.
They didn't go.
We got 1 million niggas together and we didn't fuck nothing up.
Exactly.
Black people. people, they're already killing us. You gotta stop being scared to die.
Yeah, that's the problem.
At the heart, we are not.
And you gotta stop being scared to kill. They're already killing us.
I agree with you. But at the heart, we're not a fucking like we're not as angry and as dangerous as they portray us.
Because we don't come in the spirits of revenge, and we don't come in the spirits of getting some get back.
Not even that. Sharks
Comfortability.
Great white sharks are the same way, right?
In what way? What do you mean?
Talk
the way they're portrayed.
They had a $1 Million Man March for great white
Yeah,
sharks?
nigga, I'm saying. Nigga, have you seen it?
This nigga's hilarious.
In Atlantic Ocean, 1999.
He's really funny, nigga.
Shark Week? That's Shark Week?
Hey, this the nigga that was on House Party asking niggas what they was in jail for. He the policeman with his own club and didn't run after he did it. No, Shark, but look. No, real shit.
Go ahead,
They had like these 500 sharks going through the
50
Atlantic.
or 500?
500. I can Google it.
That nigga said
Google it,
5,500.
nigga, you can see it. They got a helicopter shot. All these sharks, just moving in the Atlantic Ocean. They migrating somewhere. They don't know why they doing it. That's the same thing happened with us with the news. It was 1 million niggas walking. Why they doing it? So I'm saying, and the way I bring up great white
law
sharks.
do the sharks get passed?
What they're following is the old migration trail of the diaspora of when the slaves was traveling.
Exactly. So
that's what they're following.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. But I'm saying, as far as my point with the great white shark shit, they have a certain outlook. Sharks only kill about 5 people a year, 5-6 people a year. So what I'm saying is,
jellyfish kill more people than anything.
Exactly. So, but sharks are the most. If you see a done. Nigga, you in a fucking ocean and hear that, you getting out the ocean. So I'm saying,
You saying the sharks can go dun.
Hell yeah,
That's
nigga.
crazy.
Nigga right here.
You never heard of this shit? Shut up,
So what you saying?
You get killed by a hammerhead, niggas. Don't touch his foot. That's a hammerhead shark.
You said a hammerhead is playing hammer in the water?
You can't touch this, dude. Just start in the water, nigga.
Let me land.
Don't fall out that chair.
Go ahead.
Don't fall out that chair.
Hey, but nah. Hey, real shit though. That's what I'm saying. So it's the same thing. Like we're not the dangerous murderers and want to rape every white woman we see type niggas. I mean, that's not us.
That's them.
They're very intelligent.
That's them.
We're higher thinking people. So when the same thing with the sharks, they're very intelligent killing machine. They've been here for millions of years.
Yeah.
So it's like the way they got them looking, that's how we look. But we not out there murdering shit. Right. But when it comes down to killing shit, that great white is on the top of the food chain.
No, it's not. No, killer whales on top of the food chain.
Yeah.
But you're correct. But here's the thing about a great white.
Top
If-
five,
I think the
top
great
three.
white is up.
No,
it's
it's a
Killer whale's
It's a
number
killer
one.
whale.
Killer
Then-
whale's number one, but
That's why they call
Great
it
white
the
is
killer
under
whale.
the. But here's the thing, you're right. But what happens when a great white shark's stomach is full? It ain't gonna kill nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, done.
They only hunt to eat what they need.
Go ahead. So you saying, are you saying PlayStation 5s? Are you saying PlayStation 5s is what's stopping us? Because to address what Dozy said, look, I mean, let's just tell the honest, the whole truth. Niggas ain't scared of this fucking government, man. Just go back to the 60s. You think they gave us those civil rights because we turned the other cheek?
Oh, no.
No. Turning the other cheek was the second option. The first option was the terror that niggas was raining down on this country in the early 20s, I mean in the early 60s and late 50s. Niggas stood up to the government and won. We just asked for the wrong shit for the prize.
Right.
That was the problem. The problem is also what you said. Niggas like, black society is as fat as me when it comes to fullness.
Yeah.
Our bellies is full and we ain't tripping.
So what do we ask for now?
The thing is not to
Reparations.
turn the other cheek like Dr. Francis Cress Wesleyan said. The
Welsing, nigga.
thing is to beat white women's cheeks.
Yeah.
That is the way.
That is the answer.
That is not what she
Genetic
said.
annihilation.
Yeah, it is.
She didn't say beat.
She said beat white cheeks, homie.
Beat white cheeks.
Skeeting a white girl, and that's how we get these motherfuckers out of here, bro.
Once some black meat to get in there, that baby is a nigga when it come out.
Craig's on point. Bloodline is they. If you look
Wait,
at it,
that's
why some of these old niggas are justifying.
You spraying a white bitch, that baby is a nigga.
No, and after
It's
that,
called the white genetic survival theory.
And after
Look
that,
it up.
Brandon, listen.
You serious?
This is a serious thing.
Listen, after she gets sprayed in, she can't never. That line is done. That line of
Right.
children, she can never have black
Bitch,
children.
you better not come to the picnic, Becky.
Here's the problem with that.
Wait, you said she can't have black children after that? That what you just said?
No, she can't.
Oh, the white
That
kid's
line
gone.
of kid is never going to have a white kid.
Oh, okay.
Here's the problem with that. Here's the problem with that. Going back to the end of civil rights. Interracial pussy is what these niggas asked for,
That's
and that's
true.
what
That is
we
a
got, and
downgrade,
it didn't
like
solve
these
shit. You see what I mean? So yeah, you spraying the white chick. You now have a half white, half black kid, which is still genetically black, like we say.
Right.
The temperature of the
But
pussy ain't up to par.
as we look at the last 500 years, the European has used that middle child as the buffer class between the pure niggas. And we got to address that truth.
Well, we got to make sure that the kid has a black conscience. So it ain't just about skeeting in the chick. You got
You said
to.
before, you're not really fighting for black rights or for black people unless you have a black consciousness.
Yeah, you're not black because of your skin color.
Yeah, you're not
you
black
gotta
'cause
have
of
a
your
black
skin.
conscience.
Yes.
If you haven't stood in the defense
Yes.
or in defiance of the system for people who look like you, then I don't consider you black. I need to see that you're willing to be a doer.
So you're speaking to mentality as well.
It's mentality. Black
you're
is a
not going off of
mentality.
color.
I'm not going off of color
Yes.
because that's portrayed us too many times.
Yes.
Damn.
So you said after you spraying the white bitch, stick around and give that little nigga
Stick
some game.
around. Give him some game. What's the
Wait.
Put that on X Clan.
Spraying the white bitch and stay around and give that little nigga some game.
on X Clan.
I thought
So it's a war now.
Look, when
We
white
out here-
people destroy societies, they build a church.
Oh my God.
And they make sure not only do they destroy the society, but they control the mentality of the people who they just destroyed.
Missions. Yep.
You think a mission is a motherfucking accident?
No, that's purpose. That's purpose.
You think it's an accident that in Nigeria is just as many Christians as it is here in America?
Man, that's a fucking.
That ain't no motherfucking accident, nigga.
Yeah.
You gotta control the mentalities of the conquered. You just can't conquer them.
Yeah.
You can't because
You burn the imperial libraries. You make their kids and women slaves. You kill the men, and you keep it
You
pushing.
see, your daddy was from Africa, nigga.
And that's what we saying. Like we are the first. I said this before on the show. We are the first like slaves who they took our deity out and replaced it with them.
Yes.
That's never happened before.
Yes.
So slavery was.
Say that again.
There were slaves. Slavery happened before us. They took slaves before us. We wasn't the first slaves.
Absolutely.
So what I'm saying is, we are the first slave that they've been spiritually enslaved. So they took our mothers, our fathers, our aunts. They took all that shit out of our head.
Right.
Called that shit voodoo. Called that shit. Made that shit not voodoo, but the actual word.
Yeah.
Made it. You know what I'm saying? Like made it
Evil.
Made it a problem. I'm saying like, so we can't.
Yeah.
So don't revisit
Negative
that.
connotation.
Don't revisit that because that's the devil. You know what I'm saying? They took their God, which is a white God, right Protestant God, and put it, you know what I'm saying, in our minds. So when you think about your Savior, it's not your grandfather, it's not your uncles, it's not no nigga you seen be a fucking like, it's not Smitty, it's not niggas that we know that's thorough niggas.
Yeah.
It's a white man with a fucking white beard. So that's where we went wrong with, because we knew Christianity before we got here, but we were the first people who they did that to. They never
right
did
and
that.
wrong is European.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Craig.
Survival is spirituality.
Yeah.
Right, but right and wrong is European. So a lot of times what happens is once we choose something and we choose to believe in it, we allow it to attach itself to us, and now it becomes a personal shot at our intellect or a personal shot at our character if that thing is in question. Even though this thing is not something I invented, it's not something my ancestors invented, it's not something I created, but because someone is questioning it, and I don't have the ability to separate myself from it, Now it becomes a question of I'm right and you're wrong, as opposed to is the information jaded. We can't even explore the information further because it's outside your realm of comfort. Because you think that me questioning this thing is a direct shot at you as a person. You know what I'm saying? And the fear mechanism, the hell aspect of it, and all religions that have a perversion attached to them are what keep people from growing and getting to where they need to be, because they feel like it I don't know what they feel like, Dewan. But you know what I'm saying? If you out there and you listening,
Charlie, speak on it, Charlie. I know you over there brewing.
And you listening?
I've come to realize that everybody ain't got to believe the same.
No. We're not saying that. We're not attacking your favorable way. I think
I'm not even talking to Charlie.
No, I'm just saying like the type of person you're saying, like you're talking about just Christianity in general, like religion, period. The way the mentality.
No, but I understand what he's saying. Europeanized Christianity is part of it. I don't necessarily agree. You said there was Christianity before slavery, right? But the Europeanized version of it is a portion that
even that's some bullshit. Look what's going on right now in Tigray. Tigray is outside of Ethiopia, where the first churches are built. Literally, where they have those churches that are built into the mountains right now.
Out there.
Since the end of the election. They've been massacring the people because there was a group. The president canceled the election, and they were like, so imagine that he canceled the election, and the United States and a couple of the states got together and said, we gonna vote anyway. Right. So since the niggas voted anyway, the government, Ethiopian government, has been coming in and is killing motherfuckers in mass, right? And they've been having to hide up in the mountains where those old churches are built, where Christianity started.
That's happening today.
It's happening right now.
Yeah.
So we gotta know, and a lot of that. So when it comes to a lot of that, like I say, religion isn't all bad. It can be good if one chooses to use it in the right way. Because the reason why so many people are stuck to it is because it does have enough gain for you if you choose to stick to that part. I agree. But most motherfuckers want to get in the dogma of it, and it creates all these wars. And because of that, more people in the last 2,000 years was killed in the name of any religion than any other time in Earth civilization. That's some bullshit.
I told y'all how I used to ask my pops, like, man. Well, I asked him one time, right? Because I got that one shot.
No.
I'm like, shut up.
Daddy, please.
Shut up. I'm gonna need all y'all niggas to put respect to my daddy.
Daddy.
Trees on tree.
Oh shit. Daddy. Ready.
On tree.
I asked his daddy.
I had to be like 10 years old. This is
say that again.
Daddy. But I am daddy.
That nigga went in there all timid.
Why daddy?
No eye contact. Stupid. Daddy.
Hell, daddy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
These are my friends. Daddy is not wild. Tender. No,
somebody go tell him. Y'all saw this on this show. Y'all, his friends are making fun of him.
Oh, shit.
These are my friends. These are my friends. Daddy, I love you. These are my friends. I'm sorry.
Nigga don't look down. They ain't gotta look up when you come and look at it.
Daddy. Yeah, you gotta look at that.
Nigga can't get me. Nigga can't give his daddy eye contact.
Shit, go ahead. I'm fucking with you.
I think I've said this on the show before. I asked him, I'm like, Pops, y'all fucking me up. Y'all fuck me up. My bad. Right, so look, I asked him, why is it that because I was never the one that wanted to go to church, and my family's real big on church. Just like you said.
Are they Christian?
We Catholic. I went to Catholic school, all that shit. So I'm like, bro, why are we speaking this English language when you ain't even English? You speak Igbo. Right. So where's the Igbo language? He slapped the shit out of me. What the fuck? That's why I asked one time. I never asked again.
And Dozy been down with Black Americans ever since. Like, these niggas is cool.
This nigga said, how can you question God?
No, that's way. The problem.
Right? No way.
And that's the perversion.
I was 10.
That's the perversion in the religion.
I was 10.
How was
Slap the shit out of that.
Nigga can't acquire no other perspective.
So wait, so is it that he didn't have an explanation, or he just said you shouldn't be even questioning it?
I think both.
I think it's fear. I think it's fear.
Like it's just
what's your joke?
What the Bible is, that's what it is. What it is.
Church is what?
The church is just a room full of people all scared of the same shit.
Going to hell.
Damn.
Really?
Damn.
Funny, man.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
That's all it is.
it really works. That works.
I'm saying I've seen some horrible churches. I ain't gonna sit here in front. I've seen some. I wouldn't categorize all of them, but I've seen some that's like, man, wait a minute, this pastor is running through 6 to 8 chicks that's in the choir stand. He got some in the congregation. I ain't gonna sit here in front like, no, nigga, I'm not gonna sit here and defend every single church. I'm not. I've
How
seen
come ain't nobody? You ever been in a church and somebody stood up and said, "Man, what the fuck you doing with all the money?" Niggas are scared to ask that question. Niggas are scared to ask that question in front of everybody. You should be able to say, "Hey man, where the fuck?" Look, man, I've been coming here since 1985. Okay, I've gave a cumulative 78,000. 78,000.
If you get sick, you can't get no refuge. If your mortgage is behind, or you about to lose your shit, you can't. There's no possible way to go back to the deacons. Or
My
the church.
only retribution is when I die.
Hey,
You tell me, my guarantee is when I'm gone.
There's no retribution. You know, free service.
Right.
Hey, Kraig. I remember that same uncle I talked about a month ago that parked the bus and whooped somebody's ass?
Yeah.
Well, that same uncle had an issue and he was behind on his rent. So he went to the pastor and asked for some of his tithes to pay the rent. The pastor said no. He picked that motherfucker up by the neck and put him against the wall and said, "Motherfucker, you gonna give me my motherfucking money?" And he got his goddamn
I feel
money.
like people.
Shouts out, rest in peace to Uncle Fred. That motherfucker was a rider like a motherfucker. Boy, shouts out to Uncle.
To those, Charlie, we can't. I'm gonna help you out a little bit.
No.
I feel like I want to pile on.
Give him some bells.
It's not just because I've been to Kingdom Halls that's been full of shit. I've been to Catholic churches that I know that's full of shit. So it's not just not just Christian churches. You know what I'm saying? With Christian preachers.
But
most of them churches are full of shit.
It ain't about Charlie though. It ain't about Charlie. But you gotta. What you gotta understand is if people talk about it and it makes you want to defend it, it's something wrong with it.
Yeah, something.
You don't have to defend the truth.
That's true.
You do not have to defend the truth.
But that's what I was gonna say. I feel like everybody, you should be able to read for yourself and understand. There are a lot of people in churches that have never cracked the Bible open. They listening to everything somebody's telling them.
30 years.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it.
You got to be able to read for yourself. And I can honestly say, since I love to read, I'm a Christian that reads for myself. I'm not going to take everything everybody see. A lot of reasons people are bitter in some of these churches is they standing in front, they sitting in a congregation where somebody's telling them everything and they ain't fact checking for themselves.
But can I say something though? When back in the times when you would conquer a country, right? Like I said, you would take their information, burn down the imperial libraries. The women and the kids will be able to stay alive. The men would die, and you rewrite the history. So as time goes by and time goes on, you can't reference nothing. What's truly the truth is what I'm saying. How do you go back to the core of the truth? What is really the truth?
The truth.
Because it's meant for me, if I take your land, I take over your land, I dictate what the truth is. Because I say what it's going to be in writing. And then everyone else after that reads that and says, oh, that's what happened.
If you're not willing to beef over it, it's not true.
If you're not willing to...
Hey, expound on that, brother.
Talk to me, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's something to gain out of truth.
It is. Like
It's
the truth
something-
is, that nigga Brandon looked like he sleep on wood chips. That's the truth.
And that's the truth, Ruth.
Come on, dog. Come on,
This nigga.
Come on.
If you're not willing,
Hey, hold on. This nigga Charlie got stretch marks under the hat.
If you leave the wine in your car, you steal all the chains out the ashtray, nigga.
If you're not
like Chuck Norris's love child.
Nigga said wood chips.
That's funny. That is funny.
If you're not willing to beef over it, it's the truth. If all it takes is a prayer to get you past it, that's just a misunderstanding.
That's a
That ain't real beef. Niggas running around here thinking they got beef with the devil. Where's he at? How you have beef with a motherfucker that's just in your mind?
I ain't never seen the devil.
He's real though.
You niggas in church, you niggas in church thinking you beefing with the devil. You not. That's just a misunderstanding, bro. The real beef is if you show up to the church and you low on your rent and you ask the preacher, "Can I get 1,000? Because I'm about to get evicted," and he says no. That's when the truth come out. Now that's beef.
That's beef like a motherfucker.
Because you in a real true situation where you need help. And you coming to a motherfucker that's been preaching to you that they gonna be there for you and they not wanting to help you.
Damn.
Jesus is real and the devil is real.
Talk to me.
There's going to be a day that every knee is going to bow and every tongue is going to confess that Jesus is Lord. Everybody.
Hey, so is the devil and Lucifer the same person?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Absolutely.
You know, a Luciferian is just somebody who worships nature. Yeah. It's different.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Okay.
That's what I mean. The Bible is crazy, bro. You gotta do the history behind it. So
I believe the Bible is running the world, man. The Bible is what I believe.
I do believe. Look,
the Bible
going
runs
to
the
what
world.
Damon was saying earlier. Look, what is the truth? The truth is when you run across it, you know it. You vibrate it. Yes, they do change shit. Yes, they do fuck it up. But they ain't perfect. And they ain't even that smart. At all. You know what I mean? So we gotta stop. You know, they do fuck up things, but we're not dealing with a highly intelligent group of people. So when you read things and whatever you read, look, what vibrates for me might be different than what vibrates for Brandon. You can tell by the nigga's shirts. You know what I mean? So it comes down to being true. Well, what's real and what vibrate with you. I respect Charlie, even though I used to go to church and I don't fuck with church no more. I respect Charlie because he stands strong in what vibrates with him.
All day.
At the end of the day, you gotta go what work for you and stop looking for other people to validate what you do.
But where two or more are gathered, his presence is there. So whatever you define it as, the nigga's in here right now. Nigga Jesus, what's happening, blood? Where you at? He's got to be here.
That's true.
What's happening?
That's true. When two or more gathered in his name, he's in the midst.
He has to be here.
Is it black Jesus? Is it black Jesus or Hall & Oates Jesus? Is it the one that like Hall & Oates?
What's happening, bro? Where at? Every nigga in this room I know has a pure heart, bro.
Facts.
So if the niggas I'm around, if he not coming to fuck with the niggas I'm around, I don't want to fuck with him.
Damn.
Facts.
I don't want to have to go deal with no strange motherfuckers who I don't know their history. I don't know what they got going on. I don't know the quality of their character. So you tell me I got to go be around these strange motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about me for Jesus or whatever you want to call them to be present. That's an error in perception, bro.
And that's the part that I dislike because I feel like there are some Christians, or not even just Christians, people in religions who judge you based on what you believe or mistreat you. You do that, you're going to go to hell. You do this, you do that. And that's not something that I ascribe to. I have never had that conversation with anybody in this room.
Why is religion fear-based?
It's control. How does the
easiest way to control?
How do the minority control the majority? It's through fear. Fear is the only shackle that you can't. Fear is the only shackle that knowledge can unlock.
Question for you.
So if I limit your knowledge, you can never get out of that shackle. That's a fact. If I put all the knowledge, if I give you one book and I tell you to follow this book, there's no key to unlock the shackle in the book, but I make you feel like this is the only way out. You know what I'm saying? How are you going to free yourself if you don't have the right key?
Why are black people scared to fight back and kill in America?
I mean, that's a deep ass, you know what I'm saying?
That's self-preservation. I think the easiest answer would be self-preservation.
But if they're already killing us, it's not self-preservation.
It's different. It's a lot easier to
okay,
just
I'll pause.
Look at the culture, though. Look at the culture. Most of the time, it's really our women. You know what I'm saying? Like, the women don't want us to go out there and do that type shit. You know what I'm saying? Our mothers and our sisters, you know what I'm saying? They love us that much. They don't want to see. They seen this.
So at some point in history, we're going to have to sacrifice, right?
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like, at a certain point, we're going to yeah, we're going to have to get to a point to where that doesn't matter as much as sustainability. If we're not looking at sustainability as something we need to do, we're going to have an issue.
Well, the church can only work if we're allowed to hold them accountable. You know what I'm saying?
And your relationship
we're not allowed to hold the church accountable.
There's no reason that with all these mega churches in the South, there's no reason why black people should be in such a weak position. TD Jakes has 25,000 members of his church. This nigga has a small army, bro. He's a multi-millionaire. There's no reason why...
There should be different things.
Niggas in his congregation is struggling.
There's no reason why the police should be getting out of pocket. There's no reason why it should be any type of injustice from black to white.
It should be no gentrification.
Because TD should be able to make a call and send 300 brothers to the police station to make sure this shit go right.
We gotta start. You're right. We gotta start questioning some of these people that are on these platforms universally. You got a platform. You got reach. There should be some reform there. We should be calling people out on stuff like that.
And that's what type of preacher I would fuck with. That's why you can't say nothing bad about me about Farrakhan to me. Because what other nigga is sending niggas? He the only nigga sending niggas.
But they,
but you can't. But you can't speak. I know for a fact he sending niggas. I know for a fact he sending niggas.
We just did the same thing.
Watch when your platform get large enough, he gonna send niggas. There's already been niggas trying to get at me.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Damn. What I'm saying is he sends. If you get yourself if you get to a point. It's not cap. If you get, it's not cap, bro.
I'm just saying, we just said we can't.
Once you get
we can't get to a point we can't question niggas, right?
But
I just said, well, there's certain things about them that we should be able to question. Any leader, even if it's Farrakhan, anybody. Now, I'm telling you, if there's something that happens, and they can tell me that this is the reason why.
The fuck you niggas talking about? Ain't nobody fucking scared. I don't fear no man.
Yes,
but what I'm saying is for niggas to say that the nation is not trying to be actively involved is a falsehood. They've tried to get at me. They try to get at niggas around me. If you get to a certain point where you're visible, they gonna reach out. They not strong arming niggas. They on some positive shit, but they'll reach out if you get to an important enough level where they like, hey brother, if you need anything from us, reach out. We got you. You need some security or what? They will reach out. They do that. I've never had that come from any Christian church where a Christian leader seen me bubbling or anybody I'm around and been like, "Hey man, if you need anything, brother, you need some protection, whatever." But I'm not even Muslim. Yeah. But to all you niggas out there who really ain't bubbled up and got yourself to a point where you're visible, trust me, when you start to become visible, the niggas is gonna holler at you.
I ain't never heard of a nation and losing nobody that they're protected.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you can say they're not doing when Nipsey died, they were the peace between the people in the streets and the police. You know what I mean? And it was
ground level. They're definitely ground level.
Yes, there are things you can question. I hear what you're saying, Duck. It is certain things you look at, but I do look at it as a way of the things that you have to question doesn't negate the tangible things that you see that they actually do.
Yeah. And that's why I can't down talk. Ain't nobody perfect, bro, but these brothers do reach out, and I do love these brothers, man. And I respect the work they put in. All I'm saying on the Christian side of the game is TD got an army. Nigga, start reaching out.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Start reaching out. Nigga, all it, TD, Creflo, all these mega church niggas have enough members and money to put a stop to these rap beefs. They have enough presence to show up in certain situations in certain neighborhoods and be like, this shit gotta stop. But they not using that power. All they doing is building a money-making machine and selling fear. If you give a fuck, you'll show up.
Damn.
Say that again.
If you give a fuck, you'll show up, but you niggas ain't showing up.
Facts.
So, that's just what it is. Tell them where they can find you, bro. We got to wrap the show up.
Yeah, hotepbitch.com. I got a whole bunch of information on that show. We talked about the bootleg today. I got some new t-shirts coming. Yeah, and I got my sample packs coming on the drums at the end of the month. So, yeah, hotepish.com/apparel. Get at me.
Black Panthers, too. I fuck with y'all. Reach out to a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying who's reached out to me. That's all I can speak on. I'm not saying that y'all won't. You know what I'm saying? Reach out. I fuck with, you know what I mean? It's all love.
It's all love, man. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the Muslims. I've been reached out to the Muslims, to fucking Hebrew Israelites, and hollered at me, all type of people, man. I'm with brotherhood at the end of the day.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what we about at the end of the day. But Mr. Duncan Penny Hughes, Instagram, you motherfuckers. This weekend, sapiosexual, February.
Let's go.
Fire. Put that on. Eat your girl pussy to the album. You know what I'm saying, nigga? You might get her to stay. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but yeah, fuck with me, bro. I put a lot of hard work into this album. You know what I'm saying? We've been working, man. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to get y'all with some good shit.
How can they get the album?
That band camp right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting my my shit in line right now, so I'm gonna give y'all more links to the shit. But right now, it's Bandcamp. It's gonna be for February 14th. On Bandcamp, you can donate anything you want to. There's no set price for the track. You know what I'm saying? The album. So you know what I'm saying. That's
but give $20.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah, if you got it, give it. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that just gonna give $2, I fuck with y'all too. You know what I'm saying? So.
Absolutely.
My doppelganger, nigga. What's happening, my nigga?
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? How we do, bro?
Who the ugly one there?
You.
Figure that out right quick. Figure that out right quick.
Yeah, that was easy.
Quick algebra. Quick algebra. You know? Quick algebra. You did? Quick algebra.
Fuck you,
You did?
That's my nigga, boy.
All right. Dame Rush, man. DJ Please Do, man, on Instagram, man. DJ PLEEZDU. Holla at your boy. You dig?
Yes, sir. What's up, man? I am Charlie Newhart on IG. I appreciate all y'all, and even on the YouTube. I appreciate everybody that's been subscribing, man. I'm having a blast on YouTube, so subscribe to my channel. Charlie Newhart on YouTube, man. Appreciate y'all. I'm dropping a video a day. Let's run it up.
Sir.
Run it out.
Let's run it up.
Hey, yo, man. Che Buqueni.
Hey!
Y'all know the deal. Man. Regular _DOZ. Hey, man. Shout out to Tigger and what's going on out there, man. It's ugly out in them streets, man. I know. I got a lot of folks from that area, and it's shit. Prayers up, man. Prayers up. That's all I gotta say, man.
That's crazy.
Certainly.
It's up, and it's stuck.
Man, want to thank Dame for coming back to the show, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Always good content with y'all. They don't know Dame and Dunk. They came in 4th and 5th in a Robin Harris lookalike.
Nigga shooting from the 3-point line. 3-pointers. I like it.
That nigga Duncan got the
Those
plug.
movie tickets. What? Niggas want those movie tickets they won from me. But, go ahead. What you say, Chad?
House party 3 seconds.
The man sitting next to the man that's sitting next to the man that's sitting next to the man that called my piccolo player a motherfucker.
That nigga Dunk got the plug on shit that niggas don't need. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Dunk got the plug on shit that niggas don't need. And I got them backstage passes to the Jaheim concert. Who the fuck wanna go to the Jaheim concert?
Get a free buffet. We get a free buffet too.
What niggas don't need.
I gotta get this, dog.
Hey, that nigga Charlie paid a bitch $75 to iron his face. I had nothing.
No, I fuck with that. That nigga DeWine got a freezer full of microwavable pizzas, nigga.
You got mumble rapping Detroit ass on out of here.
That's it. Go ahead.
Nigga got the Byron Scott vein going through his forehead.
There it is. Talk about it.
Talk to me, Brandon.
That nigga Charlie face got circumcised. Hey,
this nigga got an edible catheter on him right now.
Yo, what the fuck?
Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. TheeKraigSmith. If you're looking to buy a car, helping out a lot of people, go to the website TheeKraigSmith.com. Click the how-to page. You want to sponsor the podcast for the ad or shout out, go to the contact page. Put in the description exactly what you're looking for. And make sure you put something in the description. A lot of y'all just put no description.
Right.
Niggas will just put the email. So put a description. We don't got time to ask what your business is. So put what the business is. Also, if you want to book Kraig for a comedy show, go to the website TheeKraigSmith.com. Bright yellow button. Put in the description. Go ahead, Kraig.
Oh, yeah, man.
Man.
It's a great show, man.
Facts official.
Yeah, man. If I owe you something, I'm not going to be able to give it to you, but if you want it, you can get it from God. Nigga, that's been the show.
Get it from God.
That nigga Dozy talk to animals.
That's funny.
That shit while I'm pissing. That's right.
We talk to animals.